Warning. The Dragon Between podcast may contain language and adult humor that is unsuitable for those 13 years and younger. Viewer discretion is advised. You're listening to the Dragon Between podcast, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign set in the Eberron pulp fantasy setting created by Keith Baker. New episodes are recorded every Sunday and released on the following week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for clips and future episodes. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updates and news on the podcast. And now on with the show! When we last met, the characters found themselves in a moment of respite, tending to their wounds as they found themselves back aboard the airship known as the Cloud's Destiny. As they settled in to take some rest and gather their thoughts, the group discovered piles of bodies within the cargo level of the deck, neatly wrapped in linen, sporting bloodstains. The group then discovered the diminutive form of the child, which they had been told had died, wandering and running away from the group into a room. Meanwhile, a deck above them, their wizard friend Eli summoned an elemental creature, a djinn, and asked for a personal wish that his private conveyance all the way back in Sharn, an airship known as the New Horizon, be completed, no longer broken, and ready to take to the air once again. The group, separated on the ship, went about their tasks as Auri, Ender, Zito, and Kortari creeped down the hallway and found the child, scared and alone in one of the rooms, but clearly something not right. Later discovering that the child was indeed now a member of the undead, turned into a vampire, presumably by Elric Fateweaver. Before the group had a moment to really grasp this new revelation, they were suddenly set upon by the undead as the bodies which were piled in the back and the rear of the ship and the cargo deck began to animate and slough down the hallways and attack them. One by one, the group were able to slay these creatures and finally decide nearly unanimously to end this child's suffering and killed the child. The party were then finally able to take a rest, gathering together within Eli's tiny hut spell, and were able to finally regain their vitality as the group began to emerge from the bubble of this tiny hut. They realized that a few things. One, there was currently a rainstorm raging outside of the airship. And two, apparently the airship was being boarded. As the party sprang into action and discovered that the stairwell leading up to the surface to the main deck was no longer blocked by the metal shutters, they appeared upon the deck and realized as the lightning struck in the distance, illuminating the deck, in addition to the floodlights at the front of the wheelhouse, flooding the front of the deck, several armored warriors, blades and weapons drawn, menacing them. A battle ensued, fierce, but the party were victorious, one after another, laying low these undead warriors that were crashing the ship on their own smaller craft from a much larger airship that was pointed directly at the Cloud's Destiny, illuminated by the lightning in the distance. a large metallic warrior suddenly appeared in the sky, flying on strange glowing wings, and emitted some sort of spinning barrel on one of its arms and fired a blast that nearly laid low their artificer friend Zito. As the group spun around, staring about the surface, the deck of the ship, Gunthral cast his eyes out towards the front of the ship and saw the mist form of their quarry rising up from between the planks, solidifying once again into the visage of Elric Fateweaver. And since we're all still in the same combat, I will skip us ahead to the next round, triggering each of your initiative.
Can you reach it back?
I will. Should start to see the map appearing before you. Alright, let's see. Who goes first? It looks like it's the Karnathi skeleton, which is currently menacing Koritari. Right in your face, Koritari. It looks like it's getting ready to wail on you with its scimitar.
Oh shit. Elric is on deck.
Yes, he is.
So it looks like the first attack will hit you, Koritari, dealing 4 slashing damage. Its second attack, as it swings its sword forth, slashing into your arm, once again connecting, and this time dealing 4 more slashing damage. And Scimitar's turn. The Scimitar will, scanning the ship, we'll see if he can actually see Elric. Because it is raining. He does not see him. So instead, he is going to continue to attempt to blast all of the people that he sees as potentially cohorts of his quarry. And just draw a circle. There we go. And you all can hear the revving up of this spinning barrel as suddenly more of those force bolts come wailing out, creating light streaks through the rain straight towards the deck, peppering the surface of the planks. As several of you are hit. And Zito is knocked unconscious.
No!
Oh man, sorry, I hate to be the guy to tell you this, but back to the old campaign, you...
Let's see, we'll have him go over here.
I'm just kidding, man. I'll avenge you.
And if you're looking out towards where this attack came from this large creature, you just see his barrel is winding down, and you can see two forms standing on his shoulders now. And you can see that they appear to be holding some type of spear, each one of them. And they're just sort of scanning the deck, looking about. And you suddenly hear, it's a bit hard to hear in the sound of the torrential downpour, but Ender and Lathana, Gunthor, you clearly hear this individual yell down. And you hear it, Siltar! Target acquired! Front of the ship! And Zito, would you please roll a death save for me? That is one failure, unfortunately. And Ender, it is your turn. You just saw once again this large metal behemoth with its glowing wings once again pepper the upper deck of the ship. What would you like to do, Ender?
I am going to... The last time I charged this guy, he was a total douchebag.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to step right here and shoot him with my... Oh, my thing's lagging, sorry.
No worries, you're approaching Elric.
Yep.
You notice something as you begin to get closer to Elric. You notice that the rain that's falling is not hitting him. It's almost as if he has something, a covering over him.
What's over him?
You don't see anything. Whatever it is, it appears to be creating some sort of a... almost like a bubble-like effect. You can just see like this spherical shape around him that extends out a couple of feet that seems to be blocking the rain from hitting him. And that is a critical hit with your longbow, sir.
Nice.
As Ender pulls out his longbow. Did you drop your sword, by the way?
Well, it's sheathed.
Well, you had it out when you were...
Oh, I can't switch weapons freely?
It takes an action to pull out another weapon and fire it. So you'd have to let go of your weapon and then pull out your bow, even if you have it slung on yourself. So it's part of that action to pull your bow, knock an arrow, and then fire it.
Alright, can I do that?
Sure. So like you can like just drop your sword on the ground in front of you, and then as part
No,
of like the next time you want to use it, you could like pick that up as part of your action.
I see, so okay, well, I didn't mean to do that. I thought that I could just freely swap my weapons like I was some kind of a god hand, but apparently I'm not, and that makes total sense. Sorry, everyone. I'm not taking that critical shot. I am instead standing between him and my group. I'll end my turn.
You don't want to take your attack?
I can't. I don't want to drop my sword.
Okay.
And I'm just going to wait for him to come to me. Or at least be a target for my...
Very well. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Alright then. Eli, it is your turn. You just got blasted by these sort of energy force projectiles. Not too dissimilar from your missile, your magic missile spell. And they pierced your cloak. Part of your outfit is now ruined from holes as it impacted into your skin. You can feel the sting of the attack in your flesh right now. It's starting to fade away. Glancing around the deck, you can just see Zito has fallen. You can see Lathana is bleeding heavily. And that
I'll move
large metal behemoth has sort of strafed a bit. And it looks like it's surveying the deck.
I'm gonna move right there.
Okay. And pull out Cheetos out of your cloak.
Yes.
Alright, that is a success on its Constitution save.
And my turn. I'll move over there, and I'll my turn.
Okay. It's funny, I don't see what that is. What were you trying to do to him?
It's a secret.
It's a secret. Ah, okay. We're doing secrets, huh?
I was
Eli,
trying to get reduce and enlarge.
As you went back to the stairwell, passing Lithana, you notice that those shields have sealed up the stairwell once again.
Alright.
And you also notice something else. As you were looking towards the looming form of this titan in the sky, just beyond that, you can see now the ship, the other airship, which is pointed towards this airship. It appears to be a bit bigger than what you saw and what you noticed before, as if it's closer. In fact, it seems to be getting closer at an alarming rate. And that's the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay. On Elric Fateweaver's turn, he glances towards you, Ender, just sort of holds out his finger and says, and then he, in an instant, zips towards Koritari, just out of your view. Except it's a bit obscured from the glass of this little mezzanine that's in front of you, blocking your sight of him slightly. But you can clearly see as he zips forward, and a sword appears in his hand from his gloved hand, and he begins to attack Koritari. And Koritari, you take... Whoops. His first one, surprisingly, is a miss. Koritari, as you were being attacked by the skeleton, you just had a moment to turn around and block the attack just as he's about to hit you. You managed to block it with your Kinsei weapon. Whew. He then attempts to attack you once again, and this time he hits. He connects. The blade slices into your skin, and you feel hot and cold at the same time from the impact. And you take 12 slashing damage from his blade. He flashes a smile at you. And Koritari, it's your turn. What would you like to do in response to this attack from both the Karnathi skeleton and Elric Fateweaver?
Well, first I'll smile back at him with a lot of attitude, like, you're cute. I will... Can I move away from him?
You can, however, you will take a reaction attack from both of them.
Okay.
If you do so.
I'm going to attack the... I'll try to attack Elric with my longsword.
With your longsword? Okay. So Koritari takes her Kinsei weapon out, away from, after blocking the attack from Elric and failing to block the second attack, you then turn your attention towards Elric and attempt to slash him with your longsword. Unfortunately, your two attacks miss as he, seemingly like a blink of your eye, the water hitting you in the face from the torrential rainstorm, he seems to sidestep. He's no longer in the place where you attempted to slash him with your weapon. Now, you do have key points left. Would you like to attempt to use them?
Yes, I'd like to use a key point and try to attack it.
Okay, you want to do your unarmed strikes?
Yeah.
All right. Your unarmed strikes, the first one is actually successfully connects. You watch your elbow strike him in his grinning face, cracking him in the face and dealing 9 damage. You then spin around and try to catch him with the back of your fist, and you're actually successfully swack him right in the side of his neck, dealing another 8 damage. And he's no longer smiling. A little bit of blood, sort of a blackish colored blood, is trickling from his nose, and he is baring his fangs at you now. What would you like to do? You still have movement. If you wanted to get away from them, you will take a reaction attack if you attempt to disengage from both of these.
Yeah, let me go ahead and try to get away from him.
All
Not
right.
so cute. How are you?
Where would you like to go? You have the front of the ship where there's not really much area to really move about, and then of course the back of the ship where your friends were as they were getting pelted by that strange energy blast.
I'll move kind of back toward them, or like northeast a bit.
Okay. Northeast. Well, you've got a mezzanine in your way. Do you want to go straight towards where Ender is? Ender's over on the other side of the mezzanine.
Yes.
All right. So you can totally get over to him. And we'll see if you are able to escape Elric's reaction. And you don't. As you run, he catches you right between your shoulder blades, slashing you for 7 damage. The skeleton, however, does not attack you. Strangely enough. It's almost as if it is not paying attention to you now. And that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Gunthral, it is your turn. You
Alright,
saw
as
the
a bonus
vampire rise up out of the planks.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Zito.
Okay. Zito is no longer unconscious, but apparently he's now a block of cheese. As Zito, your eyes snap open as you begin coughing the rainwater that was beginning to gather in your lungs. Gunthor, you also see the same sight that Eli saw, which is the other airship has gotten closer, and it appears to be approaching at a high rate of speed.
Okay, I'm going to move over to here.
Okay. And you can see now
Success.
Cortari is really hurting right now.
And since that was a low-level spell, I can cast another spell, correct or not? So that was a bonus.
That is a negative. You can only cast 1 spell per round. You can cast cantrips if they have a bonus action of casting. But you have to use your action to cast the spell. So does a healing word count as a bonus action?
Yes, it's a bonus action.
Okay. And normally you can't cast 2 spells per round that have a casting time of an action. So I'll go ahead and say yes, you can cast a spell.
I cast a spell? Okay. Cast, hold on, I gotta move my Spirit Guardians will strike those 2 as well as I move it.
Okay. Does that start at the beginning of their turn, or
At the beginning
your
of
turn?
their turn.
Okay, so on their turn they will have to make a save and take damage.
What says when they move into it? Would that? But they're
Right,
not
but
moving into it. I'm moving into it.
Yeah, they're not moving into it. You're moving them into it, I should say. So I would say
Or if
it's
they start in it.
yeah. So on their next turn, they'll take damage.
Okay, I'm gonna cast the spell of
Yeah.
Daylight.
I'm casting a spell Daylight.
Yeah, it's a 60-foot radius bright light, and another 60 foot beyond that is dim.
Okay. I should be reminding all of my spellcasters, this is a point of order, to make sure that you have the correct number of spells on your action sheet prepared, because you're only allowed to prepare a certain number of spells per day, especially clerics. You can only prepare a certain number of spells. All of your domain spells, you can always have those prepared, and they don't count against the number of spells that you can use.
Yeah, I've done that.
Mm-hmm. Not everyone remembers that.
Yeah, see, I didn't realize that it actually had something already. In my log tab, it shows you all my spells that I have on.
Right?
I did the 60-foot radius, but I don't know where the center is.
The center is like right here. I'll move it. It's centered on you or centered on a spot?
Center on the 5-foot square just in front of Eric.
Okay. Like
And
closest,
about, 20
closest
feet
to you? Closest to you?
Is there like a mast on this? Yeah, I'm going to put it on the mast.
There are no masts. However, there is a support beam. It's got a little black circle on it. That's the support beam for that's part of the elemental ring. One of the support beams.
I put it on that.
Okay.
About 15 feet up, because it's 60-foot diameter, or 120-foot diameter.
Sure.
That way the whole ship is lit up.
Okay.
As well as everybody on it. And I'll end my turn.
Okay. And Lithana, it's your turn. I assume you want to move there?
No, actually. So I'm looking around me and I see Eli by the stairs. Am I able to kind of wiggle right there and potentially see Elric still? Or?
Currently there is a wall blocking you and a mezzanine blocking you completely from seeing him.
Okay.
Like there's a little bit of a wall there. It's about a 4-foot high wall where the stairs begin, and Eli presumably is crouching right over there, and then of course there's the ship's mast that's right there in the center where 15 feet above the daylight spell is centered on it, and then there's a mezzanine which is mostly made of glass, like a metal framework that kind of obscures your line of sight.
Alright, so I'll move right here.
Okay.
I'll peek around the corner. Do I have a good view of Elric?
You don't see him at all, actually. He's completely obscured. So you could step out to the edge of towards the very edge of the railing, and you could totally see him if you moved a little bit closer. But if you tried to fire at him from where you are, he would get covered.
Alright, I will... Well, actually, I am immune to 3/4 cover. So.
Well, that is true. So then he would not get covered from your attack.
Alright, so I'm trying to fire, and he does not see me.
Okay.
I will cast Hunter's Mark.
Go for it.
Yes, much neat. And just to let you know, I've been studying vampires, and I know their weak spots. He's my greater favorite. So I have +3 damage, so +4 damage to all his spells.
So you were studying vampires the entire time between now and today? Or...
Technically, I was studying it to the past since the beginning of the mission. My greater favorite enemy is I actually have undead, and I didn't realize I had it. So.
No worries. No worries.
So, I've had it since the beginning of level.
I know you asked about vampires and what it would take to understand how to track them better.
Right.
Okay, so your favorite enemy is undead. Awesome. Okay.
Okay, so I'll make my attack. With my longbow, I pull it out and I shoot it at.
Okay. That is most definitely a hit. As you knock an arrow, you deal 16 piercing damage to Elric as your arrow catches him in his calf muscle.
And I'll make my 2 extra attacks.
Okay. Okay.
And
Well-
because I'm ambushing him, my last attack it's another +8. So let's see how.
Okay.
I really don't like this guy.
I can see that. So your arrow is peppering him, one catching him in the calf, the other catching him in the side.
I also do not like this guy. Well, I'm not a big fan of the robot either.
Okay, and add on that extra
6?
again.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yes, and then I hide. Whoop, 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 whoop.
How much damage is that total? 50?
That's a decent amount. Elric's going to use a legendary action,
Oh gosh.
and he is going to move over here. You can go ahead and roll since he's using a legendary action and he's technically still in the Spirit Guardians. You can roll that damage on him if he fails your attack or passes it. Comfortable.
And by the way, he can only move at half speed.
Oh, that's right, half speed.
So he can move 15 feet.
Okay.
You know, we'll be nice. We'll say 16.
Only if the other foot is on the other side of the railing he falls to his death.
Actually, I take it back. I'm not going to do that. Elric is going to instead move towards the railing and fall over the edge.
Good. We'll still take damage.
Yep, you can roll the damage on him. He disappears from sight.
Didn't roll.
Do you have him targeted?
We did it.
Until you removed it.
Guys, we killed him. Hooray!
Okay, that's a failure. Alright, he takes 20 damage.
Does he
Is-
lose concentration?
Does he lose concentration from what?
Oh, I guess he hasn't cast it yet when he jumped over, but...
Yeah, no. So he passed over the railing. You all watched. He sprouted wings as he fell over the edge. Like his cape looked like it was getting ready to turn into wings. Like they didn't form completely, but it looked like it was starting to flutter and form the shape of wings. And he passes over the side. You can see the Carnathy skeleton is going to attempt to take a attack of opportunity from him, or onto him. And he misses. And Auri, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my form and I'm gonna escape a little bit over here. Well, actually, yeah, and heal myself.
Okay. Gonna drop form.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's a little. That's a little bit. I'll take my temporary health off. That's my turn.
Alright. Auri, you saw that the whole deck of the ship is completely illuminated now by daylight, which is currently being thrust from some sort of artificial source of light, like a second sun in the darkness of the rain. And that's the end of your turn already?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Eli, it's your turn.
I'm gonna come out over here.
Okay. Looking around, you do not know that Elric is gone. Looking around the ship, you can see that the creature... I'll take that first one, since you rolled twice.
It rolled twice for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, and he is reduced in size.
All right.
So the two guys that he's holding... Ah!
That's by 1 level, you said, correct?
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's...
So he's still a large creature.
This reduces the size of okay, so it's reduced by 1 size.
He's
All
still,
strength saving throws are disadvantage.
Yeah, you can see the two guys are like they look like they're like, oh, what the, as this guy is no longer the size he was. He's still a bit imposing. That's not half. It's one size lower. He's considered...
No, it says reduce is the target size is half in all dimensions, and it's 8, and its weight is reduced to 1/8 of its normal.
Right, but it only reduces him by 1 size, not by half of his size. Correct? That's what it says?
No, it says the target size is halved in all dimensions.
Right, no, I mean the description of the spell. Does it say it reduces him from 1 size smaller?
Oh yeah, why 1 category smaller.
There you go. So he's no longer a huge creature, he's now a large creature.
Okay.
Okay. So you can see the two guys are like, they're now hanging off the side of him because their platforms have shrunk, much smaller than what they were standing on prior. And it looks like one of them let go and he's falling.
And I'm going to go back in my corner.
Okay.
While holding concentration.
Okay.
Hey Eli, what's up?
Ender, it is your turn. You also did not see your quarry fall over the edge of the railing.
I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the Karnathi skeleton.
Okay. As you pass by your friends... Oh, is there no epic music playing?
There is in my head.
Yeah, it's not playing for some reason.
It plays on a cycle, so it
Oh, okay.
I will double check and see if it's still playing. Yeah, it's playing. I'll restart it. How about that? Can you hear it now?
No.
No, there's something
I'm
wrong with...
not the only one that can not hear it?
No, I can't hear it either. Rhythm bot's gone.
Well, it's not playing from rhythm, it's playing from something else. Let's see.
I have here something else turned down.
Oh, you know what? It might be it. Yeah, the Syrinscape one. That's probably why you can't hear it. Let me turn it up to see if I can hear it.
No, that's just rain.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And I can hear it, it's just low. When I turned it up, I could notice that, oh yeah, that's what that noise is in the background. I like mentally mute. Or I felt like I was just there, that's it.
How about that?
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Turn that down a little bit. Okay.
There it is.
There we go. I don't know
Now
why.
I'm in the bad mood. Yeah.
I don't know
There we
why.
go.
I'm not sure why it did that. That's so weird. Okay, Ender, so as you rush past your companions, you look around, you can see that the vampire is gone. And the only one seems to be there is the Karnathi skeleton, who is turned around and has just slashed out towards something that's no longer there, cutting into the railing.
I'm going to assume that vampire is somewhere
Okay.
around me. And I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this thing.
Go for it.
And by finish, I mean just damage.
That's a critical hit. Ender, as you take your katana slashing into the body of the undead creature, dealing heavy damage.
I hit it again. Oops, that one was an accident. I meant to do this.
Okay. You slash into the creature, decapitating it, and watching as its body just sort of flails over the edge of the railing.
I'm gonna cut off its head and kick it off.
Okay. And
That's
as
what I
you
want
turn
to do.
around and look back at as you turn and look towards your friends, that ship that you saw in the distance is much closer and appears to be traveling towards your ship, the ship you're on, the Cloud's Destiny, at a very high accelerated amount of speed. You can see the burning elemental ring around it, which is flaring at the moment against the rain, which is pelting it. And you can also see in the lightning flashes around you, you can see the Titan, which seemed to have shrunk a bit and is missing one of his shoulder pauldron buddies. The other one is hanging off by one hand.
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step to my right.
Okay.
And wield my sword and look at the scimitar. End of my turn.
Okay. And Gunthroll, it is your turn.
Since I saw him jump off,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna jump off.
Okay.
Wait, can you fly as fast as the ship?
Gunthroll, that you activate with your bonus action your flying things.
Yes.
Okay. And as you step off the railing, sorry,
Do I see Elric getting?
make a perception check with a disadvantage.
Okay. Makes it more likely. It's daylight out, is it not?
The daylight is being blocked by the ship. So you can see daylight out in a few directions, like cascading out over the edge of the railing. But below the ship, you just see shadow. And below the ship, you can see that there is a large mountain range off in the distance towards the southeast of where you guys are currently located. And you can just barely see smattering of forest and trees. And off in the distance, you can see some sort of glowing... you're not sure exactly what it is. It's glowing a bright, brilliant emerald green off in the distance towards the edge of the mountain range. But that's all you see, unfortunately.
With the 16, I don't see Elric.
Do not see Elric. I will say you do, however, see what appears to be something small in the distance, just underneath the ship.
How far away?
It looks approximately, let's see, I'd say it's probably about 35 feet away from the bottom of the ship. It's just like this. It's just like this mass. You're not sure what it is, but you could definitely see it.
Down.
You're gonna fly towards it.
25 feet more downward. That's the rest of my move.
25 feet.
Can I see what it is?
And as you get closer, you can see it looks like a writhing mass of something. It looks like a torpedo. It looks like a torpedo made of stone. And it's elongated out about 10 or 15 feet and seems to be pointed straight towards the mountain range.
Below the ship, do I see him?
You don't see anything else of note below the ship.
my full movement.
Okay, what are you using your full movement to do?
Come back on the ship.
Okay. As you come back up onto the ship, gliding back down over the railing onto the deck, you can see now that other airship that looks to be the same size of this airship. It is almost upon all of you now, and it is getting much closer. It's filling the sky. It seems to have accelerated and is coming straight at the ship, pointed directly at the side of the ship.
Okay, I'm still hovering above the deck a little bit.
Okay.
At railing height, so I'm not hit by the railing. And my turn.
Okay. Auri, it is your turn. You are sort of tucked behind the side of the wheelhouse.
Okay.
And you're now hearing this klaxon warning, which is sounding out over the deck of the ship, and you and all of your companions now hear,
"Surviving crew, abandoned ship, embrace for impact."
Okay, in this, how do I indicate to you where I'm looking at? There's like that space up above me there, up above me and Zito. Is there enough space for both of us to stand right there?
a space up above you. You can draw a circle on the map if you like.
Or just drag your character there.
Or drag your character
I mean,
there.
like right here.
It is a 5-foot wide space, and that's the space that leads towards the stairs that lead up into the wheelhouse.
Okay, so there's not enough space for us both to stand there?
You both could fit in the hallway, you just couldn't occupy the same space, unfortunately.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pull him with me over into that area so that he's a little more safe.
Okay. To get there, though, you would have to go around. You can't pass through the walls. Fine. No worries. So you're using your full movement?
Yes.
Okay. Unfortunately, you can't use your full movement and also pull him with you. It takes your action to grab him and pull
I
you.
don't need my full movement to do it, it looks like. Well, maybe I do. Hold on. Yeah.
Your speed is 30.
40 and at 30, yeah.
And he is I believe he's still prone, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, then
So
I guess I'm just gonna heal him instead.
Okay. I was gonna say, you could also just grab him, pick him up, and move your 30.
Okay. I
Would you like to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Alright, let's see. There's 30. There you go. And we'll say he's right here. So you just sort of scooped him up like a child, cradling him in your arms. He is hacking and coughing, looking at you, bewildered.
Okay, and then my bonus action, I will use Healing Word on him.
Okay.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Alright. Koritari, it is your turn. You spin around and you look, and you can also see now that that airship, which was smaller a little while ago, is now looming big, and it seems like it's almost upon all of you.
I will... Well, I yelled to everyone, guys, I think we need a way off this ship, and I will follow Ari.
Okay.
And Vito.
Well, you don't know where they are.
Oh.
Yeah, you're standing on the edge of one of the railings next to the mezzanine, and you can see in front of you, towards the front of the ship, you can see Gunthroll. You saw Ender go past you, chasing after where Elric was before you ran away from him to get away from his attacks. And looking behind you, you can see... I'm not sure... Does your little drone stay even if you fall, Zito?
I'm pretty sure my drone will be destroyed in
Okay.
2 of the compartments. I just couldn't delete it.
No worries, I've got rid of them for you. So yeah, you just see that the deck behind you is illuminated by the daylight spell. You can see it is absolutely peppered. There's chunks of it are gone. You can see in places where you can see the deck below. You don't see Eli, you don't see Lithana. All that seems to be occupying your mind at the moment is Elric and giant airship pointed straight at this airship, which is much closer.
I'm gonna go to the railing and just look over and see if I can see him.
Okay. Standing at the railing is... You can make a perception check with disadvantage. Which I will roll for you, since I just realized you're not here to do that. Haha.
Thank you.
Okay. So you see darkness and rain. And off to the southeast, just barely make out shapes and shadows. But you can see a brilliant, luminescent light, a pinprick of green emerald light below the top of that craggy, dark shape off to the southeast. Same pinprick of light that Gunther also saw. Almost like a lighthouse casting a beam out.
If I stare at that light, do we see anything else?
That's all you.
Or just...
Unfortunately, you can see. Unfortunately, with that roll.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull out my broom and hold it and have it ready.
Okay.
And that's it.
And that's it?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, well on Warforged Soldier 2's turn, he is going to let go of the metal creature that he was standing on its pauldron before, and as soon as he lets go, anyone who's looking in his direction sees that wings sprout from his back. This harness just pops out, and you can just see these glowing green energy bands that are coming off of its back. And it is going to attempt to hurl a javelin at you, Kortari. Which it misses, unfortunately. And Lithana, it is your turn.
Okay.
You hear the howling wind, rain, the lightning every so often, which pierces the sky.
Alright, I'm going to move out.
Okay.
Peek around the corner.
You see a somewhat stern look of your companion Ender standing with his katana out at the ready for whatever might attempt to attack him. And as you crept around the corner, you saw Auri cradling Zito's body as she runs around. You can see her hovering her hand over him.
Oh, gosh. She just gets really angry and looks around for Elric, and not seeing him. I would like to track him. See if I can do that.
You would like to what?
Track him.
Okay, make a survival check.
Okay.
I believe do you do that at advantage with your favorite enemy, if I'm not mistaken? Or do you always should you always know where he is with favorite enemy?
I have advantage on survival checks to track.
Gotcha. Go for it. Okay. With your 24, because this isn't really like is this like a prescience, like you just know where he is, or is this more you're looking at the environment? How does that work?
I believe I can track him. I can trying to look.
No worries. I don't think you've ever used this ability before, so it's a learning thing for everyone.
I was just reading it and I can't find it.
Would you like to wait and pass on to Zito, see if he wants to do something?
Go ahead, yes.
Okay. Zito, on your turn, you're currently in Auri's arms. The flaxen-haired...
still?
Sorry?
Can I see the scimitar still?
Right now, you are looking up into her face. That's what you see. And you can see she's hovering her hand over it, and you can feel the healing magics that are running through your body as she's attempting to heal you and knit your body back together. And you're also getting pelted in the face with rain.
Alright. So you guys gonna cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Okay.
Or I'll do it again. Target myself.
Okay. There we go. Your healing magic's flowing through you. And how do you cast your Cure Wounds? I'm just curious how an artificer casts Cure Wounds.
I would think that Zito would reach into his small pack that he keeps on his waist, pull out a couple salves that he's engineered during his long rest, and like rubs it over his wounds.
Okay. So you just sort of pull out some balm and start rubbing it on yourself?
Yep, and Zito's gonna let out a breath of relief as the pain dies. He would then pull himself free from Ari's arms and see if he can see where that vampire went. So I think he would have seen him jump over the edge, wouldn't he?
You were prone when that happened.
I wasn't blind, though.
You're not blind, correct. But that would have been more of like a... Let's see, let's look at your passive perception to see if you would have noticed that. Zito, your passive perception is 12. I'll say, sure, you would have seen him flip over the edge.
And Zito see him from here. If not, he's gonna hold on to the edge in case that ship hits their side of the ship.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Lithana, have you figured out how that works yet?
Yes, I have. Because I cast Hunter's Mark on him, I know exactly where he is and where he...
Oh, cool. Okay. He appears to be going southeast at a very accelerated rate of speed.
Can I tell how far he is away?
He's pretty far away. You get a sense that he's at least 60 feet away from the bottom of the ship.
Okay. Alright, I will yell into my ring. Guys, I have a mark on Elric. He's moving southeast 60 feet from us. We must follow him.
60 feet from the bottom of the ship.
60 feet from the bottom of the ship.
Yeah, so it's we'll say it's a little under 100 feet from where you are right now.
Gotcha.
like diagonally away from you, like seemingly going towards, out of the sky towards the ground.
I can follow him on my fly. What do you think? And I'll just use my turn to talk to people if I
Okay.
can.
As you turn and look around, Lithana, you see that airship, which was tiny, well, not so tiny, but looming large in the distance, illuminated by lightning every so often, as you were all being attacked by those undead warriors, is now almost upon this airship. It has moved at an accelerated rate of speed and is nearly on this ship. It seems like you have but moments before it is about to impact the ship.
Alright. I will pull out my little figure.
Your little figurine?
My little fly. And I will say, fly! Fly!
Okay. You can toss out your fly, and I believe it's a bonus action, if I'm not mistaken, to pop him out.
I don't know, you told me.
He's on your character sheet. Let's see. Figurine of wondrous power.
What was his name again? Kevin? No.
Let's see. Use an action. It takes an action to speak the command word and throw the figurine on the ground at a point within 60 feet of you. So I would say that you've already used your action to attempt to track him.
Okay. Then I will just pull him out. And I will say... Anyone object to me going after him? And I will wait for a response. And I will...
Okay.
Also, we're about to get hit, so we should probably abandon ship. That's it.
On Scimitar's turn, Scimitar is momentarily shaken from the fact that he feels weird, and then turns and looks and sees the airship, and most of you, I will say that Ender, Gunthril, Kortari, and Eli, through the pelting rain, you just hear this metallic, tinny sounding voice say,
Kill! You fool!
and he is flying away as fast as he possibly can, away from the airship and away from your ship. You just watch as he zooms away, far away from the ship, leaving behind the other Warforged. And the other Warforged soldier turns and looks, and you all watch as the Warforged is caught in the wake of this ship as it impacts the side of the airship. The wood is buckling. You hear cracking noises as the airships collide. The vessel is shaking and shuddering violently as the bow pitches straight downward. The sound of the decks splitting and shattering and rigging exploding into the night as these two ships are now merging before your eyes in ways that no builder of an airship would ever have imagined. And the elemental binding housings rip apart. And in addition to this horrible damage which has been inflicted on the Cloud's destiny and this mysterious ship, you see the ship's elemental from each ring of both ships are now emerging and merging together amid the disintegrating airships that once held them. And I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
I think it's time to go, guys.
Okay.
flying, do I still need to?
No, you don't have to. If you're flying, you don't have to.
All right, I'd like.
For Corsair.
I would like to re-roll my 1.
Okay, go ahead and burn your inspiration
But
if you have one.
If I did, what happens if I don't roll? Huh? Riddle me this, Jeremy. No, I don't even want to know. I'm re-roll.
And do not ask such questions.
Okay, let's see. So everyone except for Eli is knocked prone from the force of this impact. You're all cast away in different directions. Ender, Kortar, you are bashed against the side of the mezzanine. Auri, you're smacked a bit. Zito pitches over the side of the ship. Lafana, you pitch over. Actually, yeah, Ender would be as well. Eli, you're fine. You were squatting down, bracing yourself almost instinctively as there's horrible sound of crunching as the vessels merge. And I need Ender and Zito to make strength saving throws. Or no, excuse me. I need you both to make strength checks.
Oh, you're funny, Jeremy. You're really funny.
I'm funny?
Oh, no.
Ender and Zito pitch over the edge of the railing and are gone from sight.
Oh, God.
I'm going to cast Featherfall on me and Ender.
Okay, make a perception check
See if you even see me.
to see if you can see him. Because the daylight spell hasn't ended. The spot where it was has splintered and cracked. That support beam is gone. But the daylight spell is still there. But he is somewhat obscured from the shadow of the side of the ship.
I have a plan if I do fall. Like if I am falling to my death, I have a plan.
Okay. Zito, you just make out the visage of Ender as his arms are wailing, his legs, he's pinwheeling his all of his appendages as he is falling off of the deck, all over it. And you are able to see him and cast the spell.
Alright.
And at this point, you're all out of initiative.
What's the range of that spell?
What is the range of that spell?
I think it's touch.
A Featherfall? No, it's not.
Oh, good.
It's not a touch spell? That's
no,
a good...
I definitely know it's like me and like 6 other creatures of my choice. So it's definitely not a touch spell.
Okay.
60
The
feet?
range of 60 feet.
It only lasts for 1 minute.
Only lasts for 1 minute.
How long does it take to fall?
We fall 60 feet around. So unless we're more than 600 feet above the floor, then I'll be fine.
We're like what, 100 feet in the air?
Yeah, but we have people who have like flying discs and flying.
Did Cortari see them follow?
Kortari didn't see anything. Kortari saw the side of the mezzanine as your face smacked against it, and it kind of knocked you silly a little bit. Didn't cause any damage, but your head is hurting.
As I'm falling.
On everyone, I need everyone who is not currently flying to make dexterity checks as the front of the ship has tipped diagonally.
Does that include the ones that are following in style?
I thought you said we were in free action. I'm pulling out my sled.
You're free action, so you're getting on your sled?
Yeah. And I'm flying over to Ari.
Getting on my room.
Would everyone like to get on their flying items? Your flying things. Everyone who has the ability to use it can. I would say Lithana, you are sliding. You're holding onto the railing as the ship is starting to drop out of the sky. And you just see this fireball above you that seems to have form and is angry. All right, so you're all using your flying abilities, correct?
Yeah, I'm grabbing Ari
Okay.
as I fly by.
As
Okay.
I'm falling.
How far away is Ender from me?
Ender is currently floating slowly. How long does it lasts for a minute,
minute.
correct? And how long does it fall?
60 feet per round.
60 feet per round. So basically 60 feet every 6 seconds. So he's
I have.
he's not plummeting out of sight, but he is most definitely far away from you right now. He's probably close to 100 feet away from you right now.
I'm going to pull out my decanter of endless flowing water, right? And I'm basically going to use it as a like a rocket, sort of.
Okay, like a
so I can get
propulsion
myself
device?
to safe. That's right. And I was
right.
going to make it just moments
Make
before I
a-
landed. I was just gonna put
make
30
a
gallons of water.
Make a performance check.
Performance? Okay. It should
Okay.
be performance. 'Cause it's
Ender,
gonna look ridiculous.
Ender, you point the, you had it angled. You thought you were able to angle it so that you could move yourself along. It starts spinning you around like a pinwheel in the air, and make a Constitution saving throw.
And I'm going to grab Katari as I fly away from the boat.
Kratori, do you allow him to grab you, or are you using your broom?
Oh. I mean, I have my broom, so I'm good.
Okay. If you wish to go with Gunthor, you can, or you can use your own means of flight.
Sure, I'll go with him. Why not?
Okay. As Gunthor, as you move over the edge, you can just see a mass below the ship, which is spinning in midair, and water is jetting out of a jug, which he is furiously attempting to hold on to as it is violently firing water out of it. And it looks like Ender, you feel a little like you're about to hurl.
Now that you can have access to your room, let's go get it.
Alright. So, Kortari will fly down toward Ender and Zito,
Okay.
and I'll grab Zito. If that's okay, Zito.
Ari's with me on my sled. Oh.
Guthrie, you get splashed with water as Ender is flipping end over end, sort of whoa, whoa, whoa. Not that much different from getting the torrential downpour of the rainstorm. It's like getting shot with a water hose while in a rainstorm. And Ender, what would you like to do? Would you like to continue to spin like a top in the midair?
No. I would like. I mean, it's no longer going anymore. I would.
Okay.
Because it only is for like for my turn. It doesn't continue. It just shoots out 30 gallons and that's it. I'm going to flutter myself to anyone so they can hold me and cradle me and rub my tum tum, make me feel better.
Come here, big boy.
Guthrie is right in front of you.
I'm gonna reach, like as I'm spinning around in circles, it looks like he's spinning around me.
Okay.
And I'm just going to give him a very exhausted as I spin around. Please
Would you
hold.
like to cease the magical effect of your jug as you see Gunthroll?
Oh,
Just
yeah,
you're
of
catching
course.
glimpses of him as you're spinning around and around. You just keep seeing him over and over again. It's kind of like looking at a flip book of an animation flip book of him as he changes position slightly every time you see him.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him to hold still.
Okay. Well, it's you that's spinning, not him.
As I try to reach for him, I'm gonna hold still and I'm gonna reach for him.
Okay. I would say Gunther will be fairly easy to reach out and grab a hold of him if he ceases using that endless water decanter.
At this point, I hate to say this, right, but here I go. Gunthral, you're not sure the fluid that's hitting your face, if it is decanter water or if it is rain or something else. I don't know. I don't think any of us know. Only Jeremy truly knows.
It's
You wouldn't be
pee.
the first orc that got me wet.
Oh,
Giggity.
that sets the mood for the kind of kink you're into, I hope. Or I don't hope. I don't even know. I have no expectation.
So, as you all come to your senses, saving one another with your flying abilities, you're all floating midair within this rainstorm. You can see as the vessels, which are ruined now, are falling down to the ground below. And you all watch, if you continue to observe, as it impacts the ground. And there's this massive explosion that illuminates the forest beneath you.
Well, there
And
goes
you're
my
all,
stuff.
You're all flying in the air now. What would you like to do? And yes, Lathana, you were able to cast your fly, and you were able to speak the command word to summon him and turn him into a giant horsefly.
Okay, what was his name again?
I don't know, what was his name?
Oh my gosh. Gregory?
Gregory?
Alright, I'm calling him Greg from now.
Okay.
Hey, Greg! Hey, I need you to fly straight down straight down. Just listen to me.
He's looking at you with his multifaceted eyes in the torrential rain. His wings are just sort of fluttering, sort of like this buzzing noise in your ears. Sorry, Auri, that was the closest approximation I could find at the moment.
I'll be like, hey, Greg, fly straight down, please.
Okay, so you're going straight towards where you can sense him, correct?
Yes. And
Alright.
as I do that, I will kind of cup my hands over my ring and talk and say, hey, I have a look on Elric's position. Just fold it after me. I have no idea that other people are falling up the ledge. I have no idea what's going on.
Correct. There's lightning flashing. You watched as the ships impacted the ground below, creating this large explosion. Looking out in the distance, beyond the rain, you can see the mountain range, which is presumably a mountain range. You just see the crags, the shadow of the crags beneath the sky. The lightning every so often illuminates, and you can see them for sure, the crags of the mountains. To the northeast, you can see an illuminated city, what presumably is a city, some sort of a city off to the northeast. And to the southeast, below that range, you can still see that intermittent green glow, which seems to sort of now be moving across the forest like a lighthouse beam. And it seems to move every so often in different directions. So you're heading towards the direction of your quarry, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
And,
follow along.
Okay.
We'll follow also.
Kortari is not wearing a ring. She
Oh,
didn't hear
no.
what she didn't hear what you
They're
said.
moving, so I'm
But you
following
do see the
them
moon, so you're
because
following
I'm
them on
staying
your broom?
together.
Okay. So everyone is
Yeah.
following the giant fly in the dark, with the lightning flashing all around you, torrential rain.
Epic.
Okay. And after a while, as you're moving towards the range to the southeast, Lufana, you feel like almost like a burning hot sensation of that prescience of your hunter's mark like it seems as though wherever he is seems to be heading directly towards that glowing lighthouse beam that seems to be moving across the top of the forest at the base of the mountains.
Can I see him? Can I make out where he is? Like, can I see him with my eyes?
You cannot. But as you get closer to the mountain range, it takes you a little while with your companions racing behind you. Gunther, how long does your flying ability last?
2 hours.
That's 2 hours. Okay. And it recharges, correct?
Every day.
Okay, gotcha. So you have more than enough time. I believe everyone else's flying ability should be no problem whatsoever. Lithana's should last as well. So after a while, as you're zipping through the forest, you get closer to the top of the canopy now. And you can see now that emerald light, which is cascading out from the edge of the base of the mountains now. It seems to illuminate you now. It cast aside and moved a few ways, and then it pointed straight at you. And it illuminates you and nearly blinds you and the rest of your companions as you're all presumably flying together in like a V formation or just close enough to each other to stay close. And this lighthouse light is now pointed directly at all of you. And now you start to hear another sound. Sort of a grinding stone on stone and thumping noise. And you can just hear what sounds like boulders or something sliding down the edge of the mountainside. And as you get closer and closer to the light, you suddenly see... Okay, yeah, sorry. No worries, it's still 4 hours is a decent amount of time. And at this point, let's go ahead and take a break. How about that?
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that right then, but it was perfect.
He totally planned this. Alright, guys. Metagame responsibly.
Metagame responsibly.
I'm gonna restart my computer.
Still love what you
funny.
fly.
I'll be back.
Oh, what an inconvenient time for a break. I was whispering Jeremy, just as he was going over that for a break whenever he has a moment, just because I had to use it.
No worries.
And then you stopped right in the middle of it, you jerk.
How's everybody doing? Looking kind of rough out there.
You know, just taking a couple bullets.
Can I drink some healing potions while I'm flying?
Can you drink healing potions while you're flying?
Yeah, on my sled.
Absolutely. If you have any kind of healing potions, now would be the time to drink them.
I assume I can also shoot while flying?
Shoot while flying?
Yes.
I don't see why not. Humphrey's big enough as in his giant's form that you should be able to fire from the back of it, no problem.
Cool.
Katora, do you have potions of healing?
It's a good question. Let's look at her inventory.
Who? Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, no, I don't. I don't have anything.
She does not.
I just
Alright,
do a
I'll
lot
give
of...
her- I'll give her 2.
Give her 2. Was it,
Yeah.
how many is that? 2d4 plus 2.
3d4 plus 2.
I'm back.
Alright. You want to drink both of them, Cortari?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, so you healed 14 hit points back.
So I should be at 28.
You're down 20. You have 24 hit points left. Because your max is 44.
Yeah. Well, I was at 14. And if I gain 14, should that not be 28?
You were down 34 by the end of that battle. So if you gain 14 back, then you'd be at 20.
Something didn't math right. It's probably me, don't worry about it. So how many I have? I have 24.
You have 24 hit points left. You're about half. So you're feeling your vitality back after drinking these amber potions. This sort of a reddish amber liquid.
If you're still down that much, I'll cast Healing Words at 2nd level on her.
Okay.
So she'll heal back 18 more hit points.
I would like to take Ari's potion, labeled potion.
Who is carrying Zito? Was that you, Cortari?
Katari.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me. So wait, that how many hit points did that heal?
You heal back, let me double. 14 or 18 more hit points.
18 more hit points?
Yep, so 14 and 4 more.
14 and 4 more? Okay, so you're only down 16 now.
Thank you, Zeta.
It's the least I can do.
Wait, if I'm down 16, that would still leave me at 28. That doesn't make...
Don't worry about it. I'm keeping track for you.
Yeah, the guy who's trying to kill you is keeping track of it. Don't worry. Have no fear.
Right?
Are we all back yet?
I'm back.
Yeah, we're back. Ani's back too.
Okay.
Are we still flying?
So you're currently flying. You have all just been illuminated by this lighthouse-like beam of emerald energy, which illuminates all of you. And you've been hearing the sounds suddenly of rocks falling and stone on stone, cracking noises. And you suddenly all hear bellowing out through the darkness, through the pouring rain. You hear WX1337 targets acquired. And that green energy beam stops blinding you all, and you see a massive, gargantuan Warforged now standing at the base of the mountain ridge. One of its arms is missing, and it looks a bit worse for wear. And its mouth, its jaw is agape, and you can see that light which was illuminating you seemed to be coming from its right eye. Only its right eye is illuminated in a bright emerald green. And from its mouth now, this crackling lightning is starting to spin itself up. And I need you all to roll initiative.
Koratari.
I will roll for Koratari.
Reroll for Koratari. Oh, never mind. That's gun throw.
And I will share a map with you all. It's a big map, and you guys are in the lower left-hand corner of said map.
The music changed. I'm scared. There's a lot of fog here. It would be a shame if a vampire would emerge out of one.
And Eli, it is your turn. Through the darkness, you saw that blinding light which blinded you for a moment. You blink your eyes and you now see this gargantuan automaton that has ripped itself free from vegetation that was holding it from the side of this mountain. And you can see this light which is emerged from where its head is, where you would presume its mouth is, this crackling energy which seems to be cycling up.
Do I know? Is it aiming at us?
All you heard was WX1337 targets acquired.
So yes.
And it is pointed towards your direction. One of its right arm is completely gone, exposing where the shoulder was, the cavity, the chest cavity. And this does, I'll tell you what, make a history check. Eli, you would know this as the pinnacle of House Canvas Warforged arsenal. This is a Warforged Colossus, seemingly bearing the damage from when it last received orders during the last war. And you would know with your 27 that Warforged Colossuses were used as mobile troop transports. They're hollow inside.
So we can land in it.
If you can get to it.
Guys, I think we're supposed to fly. I don't know, to it.
Sorry, let me lock your tokens.
That's it.
Let me put you back where you were. There you go.
All right.
You can. I added sounds of stomping in the backgrounds, even though it's technically not walking towards you yet. Is that where you want to move?
Yeah.
All right, Auri, you see this frightening sight of this immense creature.
Am I still on disc? Or...
Yeah, we're flying together.
Yeah, I guess we're flying on it.
I'll move you with him. So Eli is moving you closer to this walking building. This enormous Warforged. It is the most craziest looking thing you've ever seen in your life.
I'm gonna dash, use my action to dash.
Okay.
On the sled, and I'm gonna get behind the tree. Hide me and Ari behind the tree.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
That'll be your turn. Auri, it is your turn. You are currently on the crystal sled. You can hear the crackle of the energy cascading behind you as Eli willed this sword sled forward with you by his side. What would you like to do?
guess I'm just gonna hold on for the moment. Go ahead and pass my turn.
Okay. Well, you can hold your action if you like.
Yeah,
Zito, it's your turn.
Since I'm not controlling this broomstick, I'm gonna hold my turn until Katari gets me in range. But I'm gonna turn in Katari's. I don't think we should be in this humongous Warforged's line of sight. We should probably hide.
Definitely.
I'm going to do the exact same thing as Zito. I'm going to hold my action until Gunthrow flies us in closer. I'm going to point. I'm going to just, for my turn, I'm going to point forward, as in...
Ender, you have not seen something like this in your entire time on Eberron. In your entire life, you've never seen a weapon of war like this. You have heard tales of them, though, and the just massive destruction that they can inflict. And Koritari, it's your turn. Zito appears to be preparing himself for what may come next. And you heard him mention that possibly attempting to hide might be a good idea. Also, Eli, if you're attempting to hide with Aura, you would both need to make stealth checks.
Okay.
I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, hiding isn't just something that you do. You gotta roll a stealth check.
I agree with Zito. Hiding sounds like a great plan. I'm gonna go kind of behind that other tree by, or the tree by Eli.
Okay.
I don't know which one that is, sorry.
All
like right above us?
There's a
The
tree.
big one?
You with the tree that's above Eli?
I don't really know where Eli is at the moment.
Correct.
So
You just saw him rush forth towards a tree.
I think she's
Yeah.
talking about the one that's right in front of us.
Ah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so you have a flying speed of 50. Or you can double use your you can actually fly twice that speed if you want, but that will take your action. Like Eli used his action to move forward.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
If we do that, I don't think we'll be able to hide though.
Yeah, you won't be able to hide. That's true. Eli, you can't hide if you use your action.
Oh, okay.
So unfortunately, I can't. Yeah.
We're just in cover. It was the point.
Correct.
That's why I wanted. That's why I wasn't trying to I get it true. I should have said I want to be behind cover.
I'll tell you what.
Blue screen.
Ani blue screened. I know.
Yeah, she's reloading. Just wanted to let you know.
So Zito, you want to move forward in that direction? You've marked Koritari?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe that's the place where Katari would want to go.
All right. Are both of you hiding? Using your action to hide or no?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead and
I'm
roll.
gonna try and hide.
I'll go ahead and roll a stealth check for Koritari. She rolled a 9.
That's good.
Does she have inspiration?
He does have inspiration. No, she doesn't. I'm sorry.
Can I inspire her?
Can you give your inspiration? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Zito, you inspire me every day.
I'll tell you what. I will allow it if you wish to give her your inspiration, since she's right next to you.
I'll do it.
Yeah, go ahead and. I don't think that gives you no more inspiration, Zito. I'm sorry.
What?
You don't have any more. You only had one left.
Oh yeah, I just took that and I used it.
No worries. So I'll roll again. We'll see. Much better. That's a 19. On the Warforged Colossus's turn, you all hear the sound of its stomping feet as it moves straight towards all of you. Well, I should say the ones that it could still see with its illuminated eye. The bobbing lighthouse-like eye is pointed straight at Gunthrol, Ender, and Lithana. And you can now see that it's this accelerated lightning is now focusing. And there's this massive ball of energy which now projects out into a line, a 10-foot wide line that is stretching out across, illuminating. And now I need Ender, surprisingly you're out of this. I need Lithana and I need Gunthrol to make, let's see.
Why'd you say surprisingly there? Huh?
Well, because
is it
it's
because you're always putting crosshairs on me?
Well, I mean, technically, you know what? Technically, you would have to make this save too, because he's holding you. He's not holding you out, just outside of it.
No. Actually, I'm okay with this. Never mind. Continue.
Lithana, Gunthrol,
I'm holding him in front of me between the two of us. So that...
Lithana,
shield.
Lithana, Gunthrol,
Don't worry, Ender, I got you.
And Ender, please make a dexterity save.
I just should have.
Ender, I got you.
I should have shut up. 19.
Hold on, Dex is my primary skill here, so.
Okay.
Can I give Gunny my inspiration?
He has inspiration.
I'll use this first.
Would any of you like to use your inspiration? You know it's bad when the DM asks you that.
Wait.
Okay, so we'll take your first one, Gunthrol.
Oh, that was initiative.
Oh, that was initiative. That wasn't a save.
Phew.
Oh,
Whew. I think it's the same modifier, to be honest.
Come on, Gunny. Hey!
I wouldn't even bother because you would have had to roll a fucking 20 to escape that. You only have a +1. Oh.
Okay.
I don't know what I need.
Gunthrol.
I got you in front of me, so hopefully I'll take half damage.
No.
There's a massive explosion as that line of energy, that light illuminated first. That split second illuminated all three of you, and then a beam traveled across, this large beam impacting you. And you take 60 points of radiant damage. And the three of you fall out of the sky to the ground below, unconscious.
I get back up with 1 health.
Lithana, you're sure. You can go ahead and mark yourself. Lithana, your Humphrey is blasted into oblivion.
No.
And about high up in the air were you three?
Relatively close to the ground. Obviously very close, like a good safe distance.
I'd say
from
riding
the
on
ground.
the
Like 5 feet.
They landed.
the top of the treetops.
Don't do this to me, Gunny.
Top of the treetops?
Yep.
No, he's full of it. We were low.
Okay.
We were so low.
So you each took an additional 18 bludgeoning damage, which will give you one failed save each.
Actually, it's 2 if we're already down and we take more damage.
No, it's only if it's a melee attack. Melee attack is a critical hit. I'm ruled in my campaigns. If you're not taking a melee attack from an enemy, or it's not a ranged attack, a ranged attack would give you 1. I treat damage from like the environment as like a ranged attack damage. So you only have 1 failed death save, each of you.
Can I also have relentless endurance. I get up after reducing my health down to 0, unless if I instantly die.
You would have taken that. You won't have a death save, Ender, but you are still, you're still unconscious because you come up, and then when you impact the ground, you immediately go unconscious again.
Doesn't he have the samurai ability that he gets back up again? Doesn't he have it twice?
I don't have it yet. I get it at level 17. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see. And now the remainder of you who are still conscious here.
WX-1337. 3 targets down. Proceed the rest of targets. Acquiring targets.
That's the end of the Colossus's turn. Lithana, make a death save.
Oh boy.
Alright, I'll take the first one. There you go. That's 1 success, Lithana.
Okay.
Gunthril, make a death save. That is 1 success.
Okay, well now that it's his turn, do I have to make a save? I held my action.
No. You don't have to make a save yet. Eli, it is your turn. What would you like to do? Eli, you can see from your close proximity to this creature that it has that you saw that there's some sort of weapon that emerges from the mouth of it. And in addition to the light that came from it before the impact that impacted your companions, there's also the right eye, which is illuminated. But from this distance, you can see that the left eye is empty and open, and you can just see just a shadow. And you can also see his right arm is gone, and there is an opening right there, also in shadow, from the side of its shoulder.
Eli is going to turn to Ari and go, yeah, I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to touch her shoulder. I'm going to cast invisibility on both of us.
Okay, you can do that as an action. You can cast it on 2 people.
Yep.
Awesome.
And I'm going to move 50 feet to where I said, where I moved.
All right.
And I'll end my turn there.
Okay, Auri, it's your turn. You are looking at your hands, and it's the strangest thing. You can't see your hands.
If I take an action, am I no longer invisible?
That is correct.
Yeah, you can't cast no spells. Just don't do anything.
You turn and turning and looking away from this horrifying creature. Actually, nope. Never mind. What would you like to do, Auri?
I'm not gonna do anything yet.
Okay.
I don't want to kill myself.
As you turn away from the Colossus, you glance back and you see a crater with 3 forms lying in the crater.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything yet.
Okay, you can totally hold your action if you like.
Okay.
Ender, please roll a death save. That is a success. And Lithana, please roll a death save.
Alright.
That and fair... Oh.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Lithana, Aisha. In the moments of your unconsciousness, your thought stretching out, you see a brilliant circle of light in the distance. And you can see your ancestors calling to you as you feel drawn to this circle of light. And Lithana Aisha is no more.
Burnt to a crisp.
No.
And Kortari, it is your turn. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, it's the Colossus's turn. The Colossus is going to make a perception check to see if it can see Kortari
Hey,
and Zito.
Jeremy, hold on.
Yeah?
She died with inspiration. She should use that inspiration immediately.
Can you do that?
Technically, yes. Would you like to use your inspiration, Lithana, for your death save?
Yeah.
Alright.
I didn't know if it was like a natural one and final. I'm like, oh god.
Natural one is technically a final, but yeah, technically this isn't. It's inspiration is for an ability check. I'm not sure if inspiration works on a save though. I think it does.
Save it for
Saving
later.
throw.
I'll tell you
Yeah, it
what.
does.
I'll roll it in my campaign. You can totally re-roll it.
Alright.
That's
Are
what
you
I'm
sure you wanna
ruling.
Use it
and-
now and not later.
It's gonna be a natural 20.
It's not a natural 20, but you're still seeing the light in the distance. You're still seeing your ancestors.
Alright.
On the Colossus's turn, it's going to attempt to see Kortari and Zito. So let's see. It does not see them. It starts stomping towards. It starts stomping away. You all of you that are currently conscious, watch as this thing walks forward, and you just watch as it takes one of its hands and just bats a tree out of the way. As it seems to be moving to the northwest, towards that city that you all saw while you were heading towards the mountain range. And you can just hear it saying now,
New orders acquired. All hail Elric Fateweaver.
So it was a vampire robot too.
Following orders. Following driver.
and it continues to move forward.
Are you trying to tell us subtly that that robot was also bit by a vampire?
No, I'm trying to tell you subtly that it's being piloted.
He's driving it.
Subtle.
But do we know that he wasn't
Eli
bit
would
by a vampire?
Eli would know that it can be piloted. It moves on its own and it can be piloted. That's the end of its turn. Kortari, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh god.
Your companions, looking down, you can see in the rain, you see the soaked bodies of your three companions, which are currently unconscious in a crater that was created when they were blasted.
Oh god. I'm gonna fly down to them with
Okay.
Zito. I'm gonna turn to Zito and say, hey, is this a good plan?
I think the Colossus might be able to see us if we go out there.
Would you like to
Well,
do
shit.
that?
No.
Would you like to go towards your fallen companions, or would you like to stay up and attempt to hide from this thing?
No, we'll attempt to hide.
Okay,
And stay in the cover of the trees.
sure. Make a stealth check. I'll roll it for you.
Thanks. I mean, he is
So scary.
walking away and barking orders, so he might not see it.
You rolled a 25.
Yes.
Ender would also like to do a stealth check.
And Zito, it's your
Would
turn.
like to appear super dead.
I think it thinks we're dead.
Zito's gonna continue to hide in this tree until the Colossus looks away.
Make a stealth check. 15, not bad. Lithana, make a death save. This is it.
Oh no.
Alright, guys. You got
Since I'm also a corpse next to her, can I give her advantage by assisting?
I'll tell you what. That's an 18. That's a success.
Hey!
Hey!
50-50 now, guys.
And Cortari, it's your turn. Would you like to continue to hide in the tree?
I'm gonna hide in the tree.
All right.
Stay loose.
Neither you or Zito need to roll again unless you would prefer to roll to get a better result on your stealth check. But it is Zito's turn. And now it's Ender's turn. Ender, please roll a death save. That is unfortunately a failure, sir.
Okay.
You hear the voices of your family in your ears. Distant, detached. You hear a familiar sound of a child's voice calling out your name. Gunthrow, roll a death save. That's a success.
Hey.
One more success and Gunthrow is up. And Auri, it's your turn. What would you like to do? Would you like to continue to be invisible? I will assume that silence is a yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay invisible.
Okay. I just realized that you have all this. Never mind. I thought the temporary hit points was still on you. I almost took your health away. Whoops. I'm not trying to kill you guys. I promise I'm not trying to kill you guys.
No,
Eli, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna fly right over to where Gunny is, and I'm gonna shove a potion in his mouth. Drink it! Drink it!
Okay. Eli.
That's my bonus action.
Eli,
and then
you are. It takes your movement to get to him.
Oh. Yeah,
You
I know.
You are no longer invisible.
What do you mean? If I cast a spell, I did not cast a spell. I can stay invisible.
Use an action, if I'm not mistaken. You are no longer invisible.
Let me.
But you can open a door and still stay invisible.
Yeah. Hold on. A creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. A target wearing. Okay.
Yeah, you are technically
the spell
using.
ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. I did not attack or cast a spell, so I'm still invisible.
Oh, so you can take an action and not be invisible?
Yes, it's It's only if I attack or cast a spell. If I shove a potion out of his mouth, it is not an attack.
Okay. I will set you back to invisible.
And I'm gonna shove it down his throat as my bonus action, since you allowed. And can I get between them two, Lithana and Gunny? I want to turn the other side and try to stabilize Lithana with my action.
Okay, so you shove a potion into his mouth. Here's the thing, though. Normally, drinking a potion by yourself is a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
So I would say administering it to a companion.
Just have Anna do the other one. Split it up.
She already took her unless. Yeah.
She still has her action. Ari's holding her action.
Is he gonna keep me?
You can't attack or cast a spell. Eli would have told you that. You just can't. So you can touch people.
Okay. I'll use mine to.
That was too much, Derek.
So Eli and Auri will administer healing potions to Lithana and Gunthral. So you can go ahead and roll your healing. Ender, you can't touch people. The rhythmic sound of pounding as the Colossus continues to stride towards that city you saw in the distance, Lithana. Of course, you wouldn't know this because you're unconscious. But the rest of your companions would have seen it as well.
I'm awake now.
Did you guys roll the dice for the healing potion yet?
No, they did not. Slackers.
Oh, what am I rolling?
It's 2d4 plus 2.
For stabilizing?
No, this is to shove a potion in their mouth. I assume Eli gave her the other potion.
6.
Okay, so Lithana, you get back 6 hit points, and you're no longer unconscious.
That sucks, but hey, Gunny, at least you're up 4 hit points.
Oh, it's... wow.
You know what, Gunny? You're still unconscious, just because how bad that roll is.
Oh.
Hey, Ari, it's +2 at the end, so technically it's 6 points.
Yeah, it's 6.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay.
So, their eyes both flutter. Awake. Lithana, Gunthral, there's a pounding sound in your ears, both of you, which you thought was a headache forming, and it's actually the rhythmic pounding of the feet of that Colossus that is striding away from the field of battle at the moment. And I believe that's the end of your turn, correct, Eli?
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay. Let's see. The Colossus does not get his incineration beam yet back. Let's see.
What do you mean yet?
And he also does not notice any of you. He's going to continue to walk forth. Just the rhythmic pounding, the ground vibrating from it as it's moving towards the city. And Lithana, it is your turn. You are prone on the ground, soaking wet. Your clothing is just a mess, torn in places, burnt in others. You're looking up into the sky as lightning is crashing above you.
Alright, I will attempt to sit up, but I'm pretty sure my back is broken, so I will just fall back and go like, oh,
Okay.
ah. I don't know. I will just attempt to stand up and.
I would say
Without-
at this point that I'll tell you what, everyone would be in free action. Technically.
In that case, I'm gonna run over to Ender and try to stabilize him.
Okay.
Gunny, you hear this voice out of the visible. Can you heal him? Can you heal him?
I was gonna wait. I was gonna hold my action until after his turn.
No, Ender gets up on his own.
Hey!
You feel his hands touch you, but you don't see anything.
What have you been doing?
Oh, good thing. I was about to heal you.
Oh wait, am I back to normal?
You're awake.
It says I have no wounds. Hold on.
Ender succeeds his death critical, like with a critical success, and gets up without your help, Eli. He is up and moving. He's totally fine. He's not giving himself mouth to mouth.
Ari, once you cast a spell, you actually turn on.
That's okay. The thing left.
Yeah.
It's gonna be coming back this way.
In my time to hide.
I'm going to use my my second wind.
Would Eli and Auri like to no longer be invisible?
No, I'm gonna hold my invisibility for a little bit.
Okay.
No, Jeremy.
I healed Ender, so I think
Yeah, so yeah, she because she healed, but I have no healing magic.
I gave myself second wind and gained 10 hit. I put him on there.
Hey guys, I'm not really tracking Elric anymore, but let us hear. You know where he was?
I believe that he's controlling that big, giant colossus.
Oh man, really?
Well, we have to pursue it, but we shouldn't all attack it from the same direction. We've all seen what those cannons can do to you.
I have an idea. Gunny, are you gonna be okay?
Yes, little man.
If me and you go in first, we can distract him while everyone else gets in there.
I just realized I haven't given you guys experience points yet. There
So
you go.
What do you know about the Warforged? Do you know how to get inside?
yes, the eye or the arm. It looks like there's a hole that you could fly into.
Eli, you would also know that there are usually access panels near the legs.
Oh,
At
there are
the-
access panels
At the feet.
at the feet.
And there's sometimes an access panel at the rear between the legs.
Giggity.
I'm going in
Giggity.
that way.
So, but I was saying if we wanted to fly, me and Gunny could go in there, distract him, fight him, and then everyone else comes in, and we all kill him. We get the jump on him.
And how do you plan on killing him?
Oh, well, that's when all the party comes in and kills him. But we could distract him and then let everyone else come. Or we could just rest.
Just the
course,
sound
I'm
of the
going
rain
to-
and the rhythmic stomping noises as this thing continues to trudge away from where you all are now.
As nice as it would be to rest, we got to get this guy down, you know? I'm angry at him. This is the second time. I'm fine with going after him right now, but I'm okay. What about...
I think we need to get to this Warforged before it gets to the city.
Yep. We need that. We need to take him out now, not later.
There is suddenly a loud, echoing explosion in the distance, coming from the northwest, as apparently that Colossus has fired its main weapon somewhere.
Let's go.
Yeah, I see we all
Zito's gonna
go.
climb onto Katori's broomstick.
I can't really fly anymore. Can someone take me?
Lithana, make a survival check to see if you can. Well, actually, no. Make a perception check to see if you can find your wondrous figurine of power.
19?
You're looking around, your hands in the mud, and you pick up a rock. Fuck, it's not it. You throw it, and when you throw it, you watch as the rock lands and hits the figurine as it's sticking up out of the mud.
I immediately run up to it, I crouch down, and then I throw little Humphrey 60 feet away from the group and say, "Fly, Humphrey!"
I don't think you can use that again until 2 days have passed.
She walks up to it, she's like, "No, Humphrey!"
Lithana throws her figurine into the mud. Make another perception check. And you find it. You step. It's a bit humiliating. You step a few steps forward. You just sort of threw it on the ground. Lithana throws her ebony fly figurine on the ground. making splashing.
Like a child who throws their sippy cup on the ground because they're angry.
So, what would you all like to do now?
Well, I think Eli and I are going to chase the thing down.
Okay, so Eli and Gunthroll are taking off, correct?
Yes.
I'd like, if you guys can, I'd like to go with. Unless if you think I would slow you down. Maybe I'll just head on foot.
So, how do we have the flying? We're kind of down now.
We have 3 flyers. And we have 4 walkers. Am I doing the math right?
Yep.
That means one person has to walk, unless if Ari, maybe you could possibly turn into a fast animal of some sort, one that could keep up with us in the air.
How fast can the air move stuff go?
I think Tori's broom can go 50 feet if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she can.
She flies
Cortari's
fast.
broom, yeah, it goes up to 100 feet if she double moves.
Dang.
Yeah, I can go 50 feet too.
So
I
Cortari,
can't.
yeah, Cortari, you can go forward carrying one of you. Gunthor can carry at least 2 of you, and Eli can carry one other person.
Who do I want to snuggle with? I'm thinking Ender for sure.
Obviously, man. Obviously. Me and you for life.
And I'll take RA as well. Right.
Well, can you carry 2?
Hold on. Let me take Ender. Ender, is there any more you can heal up a little more? I can see a little more blood on you.
I can try.
I'm looking to see if I have any
Here, let me get you
potions. I don't have any healing potions.
There's a little something.
Auri suddenly becomes visible as she heals Ender.
I'll take Ender. We'll be the first ones in. And I'll go uninvisible.
I should also
drop
mention, Eli, that your source sled does not become invisible with you.
It says whatever I'm carrying and holding, or like all my belongings.
You're not carrying it, you're riding it.
Dang.
It's okay.
Well, it could just be some nondescript disc.
Hey.
Alright, so how about I go with Gunthroll and then Lathana can go with Katari if her broom can hold the 2 of you.
Yeah, I can hold the 2 of them. Should be able to.
I'll take RA and Zeno.
Okay.
Ender, get on.
So
I
you're
get
you're all attempting to stealthily go after this thing?
Yeah, come up from behind.
Alright. Stealth checks from everyone.
I
I
would.
would also like to say that none of us will be in a line. We're all going to be like scattered, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So if he does shoot at us, he doesn't actually take out 4 of us or 5 of us. He only takes out 2 of us.
Hey guys, I would cast stealth base. So, guys, for the sneaking crew, if you guys stay within 30 feet of me, we will be stealthy, and the other people will just distract, maybe?
Do we
I
get
mean,
your roll for
technically,
stealth?
Eli, we don't really need your mount to be invisible. I mean,
Oh
this
god.
robot is probably going to be looking for life forms. If he
Cortari
sees
rolled
a
a
flying
9.
carp,
Well, if she's with the pass without trace, it'll be a 19.
Oh, you have a pass without trace on?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Oh,
So
she has
that's
plus 10 to
30 for Zito, 27 for Auri, 21 for Eli, 19.
What?
Gunthroll's 23, and Ender is 15. So,
I thought Ender was going with Eli.
I am. We just rolled them at the same time. We're not like rolling together.
So I don't think they'll be with the Athana's pass without trace.
Oh, yeah.
okay. Alright, so you're all approaching from the hind of this thing. You just see its massive column-like legs stomping. And you can see its one free arm sort of swinging lazily in the air. And you can see that its right arm is missing.
So can we fly in through his arm?
You can totally presume it. Based on the information, if Eli described the Colossus to you, its physiology, Eli would have explained that you can gain access from its feet, you can gain access from the back, from the hatch in the rear, and of course, presumably, you could attempt to gain access from those open entry points from the front, from the head, and from the arm.
Well, I think we should go in through the arm, because you open up the back, it might sound an alarm.
Is that what you all would like to do?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will transition you all to another map. Because it did not detect you.
Eli is still invisible.
Eli is still invisible.
It lasts for an hour. I don't know how long it took to catch up to him.
An hour and 6 seconds.
Yeah.
All right. I will share a map with you all. There you go. Let's kill this Frappuccino. So as you
yes, we're inside of the arm. I can tell.
So as you enter into the cavity in the side of it where its arm was attached, you could see that there was once a door there. It's just open. And you see what appears to be some sort of a meeting room. Table, chairs.
Med kits, healing potions.
Yeah.
Birthday cake, at least.
Well, whoever's stealthy should go first.
I'll go first.
Okay. You see two doors, Luthana. One immediately to your right, and then another one to your left.
I'm guessing it's completely pitch black in here.
It is completely pitch black in here, so you would be invisible to anyone with anyone with dark vision.
Alright. I will say, hey guys, you're not going to be able to see me, but I will scout ahead and talking to the...
Yeah, it's very intermittent, but the dim light that comes from lightning that flashes through this opening, this aperture, if none of your companions lit a light source, they don't see you at all right now.
I would take the left.
Okay. And you open the door and make a perception check. Okay. So, as you move into the room, Lithana, you see Elric. But he doesn't quite look like himself. He looks burning hot. And let's see if he notices you. Roll a stealth check with your plus 10. Okay, 26. He does not notice you. He's currently in the corner, staring at the wall, not moving. Arms slack at his side, but it appears to be Elric. He just looks wrong. He's burning hot, like he's on fire. And looking around, you see a door immediately in front of you. You see a couple of cabinets of some sort next to where he is, and then you see a ladder that seems to go up, and you can see an opening above in the corner next to where he is standing.
I guess I will attempt to take the ladder really.
Okay.
Very quietly.
Make another stealth check. As you move into the chamber, do you stop to talk to your companions or no? You also notice that he seems to be giving off light, a light source. So 5 feet in front, all around him, he's illuminated with light. Like, it's a dim light, but it is light. So the darkness around him is completely gone. Like, his body is glowing.
Okay. Am I able to make it up to the ladder?
You can go ahead and move up there if you like. That's not the ladder. It's right next to him.
Oh, it's next to him.
That's
Sorry,
a door. That's a door straight ahead of you.
Then I would try to go
through the door. Is that what you want to do?
Alright, she'll try to go up the ladder next.
So you're trying to go up the ladder next to him?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and move your token. What are the rest of you doing while Lithana takes to going into the chamber? You guys can move yourselves around if you like in the room.
Yeah, just hold and wait and hear back.
Okay. Lithana, as you get to the ladder, eyeballing this burning version of Elric, he suddenly shifts form. resembling Elric for a split second, now resembling a mound of magma the size of Elric, and then suddenly shifts back to that creature once again of Elric in this strange brimstone simulacrum. It suddenly screams in your face. And I need you to make a dex save. Okay. So you take... Oh, whoops. You take 1 point of fire damage as this thing emits fire breath, exhaling it out from its face. And I need you to roll for initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
Does this thing make a noise?
It does. You hear the sound of fire, just like a fire just emerging. And I'm gonna lock your tokens now, because you would not be there. You'd be there.
All right. I mean, you've let the tokens go.
I let them go because you guys weren't in combat.
Well, I mean, if I would be listening for noises in case she was in trouble.
That's not what you said you were doing.
But it's what I felt like I was doing. I was just acting to my role.
Lathana, what would you like to do?
I would like to...
This thing is in your face, and it's reaching with... Its hands are now turning to claws. I will... Did I roll for Koritari? I will roll for Koritari.
I definitely did
there
not.
We go.
Don't take my roll.
Alright.
Next time what we should do is... Guys, we should all roll for Koritari and take the highest and give that one to her. I think that'd be the most fair.
Technically, she rolled highest.
Mark didn't roll.
Okay, so I will cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And so for 1 minute, I take no opportunity attacks.
Okay.
I move like the wind, and I would move back to here. As far as I can. Can I go further?
There's a wall there.
Oh, okay. I will move further.
Okay. So you move away from it. Its eyes follow you until it can no longer see you anymore, and now it's starting to look around.
And I would pull out my longbow and shoot it 3 times.
Go for it.
And is this... Let's see. Nope. Okay. Is this a construct? Construct.
You don't know.
Okay. I get advantage on the weapon attack, and 1d8 if I hit. Okay, let's...
That is most definitely a hit. And the creature, you can see where your arrows are hitting it. The arrows are immediately burning the moment they impact its flesh.
Okay, I'll take my last attack. And I shoot it.
That unfortunately is a miss as your arrow into the beyond. It just impacts the back of it and clatters to the ground.
Okay. I guess I will yell. I will. If I can speak into my ring, I will say, come. Otherwise, that's the end of my turn.
You can talk into your ring.
Said, okay, guys, need some help, but be stealthy.
Okay. The creature begins moving towards the sound that you just made. And as it gets closer to you, the source of light, the darkness which was keeping you hidden from it, evaporates as it gets immediately close to you. And let's see. Lathana, are you wearing anything made of metal?
Let's see. I'm wearing my glamour weave.
You're wearing your ring?
Yeah.
Make a Constitution
Isn't that
saving
gold?
throw.
Isn't that gold?
It's made of metal. It's not made of gold. Its eyes flash, almost blinding you, and your ring becomes white hot.
You can burn your finger off.
So, that's right. You take 11 fire damage as your hand is now burning with a hot sensation like you couldn't possibly relieve. And unfortunately, you failed your concentration check.
Dang it.
But you passed your Constitution save, so you can remove this from your hand on your turn.
Okay.
And let me just take him off there. And Ender, it's your turn. So Ender, as you begin to open the door, you see Elric, but he's on fire. He seems to be made of magma. He's going at Lathana.
And I'm going to attack it.
Okay. Wouldn't that be awesome, Gunny, if I did that?
I know, 11 points of damage to our finger. Damn, that's like cutting a limb off.
That's true. Okay. So, Ender, you slash into the creature's body, decapitating this simulacrum. And I need both you and Lathana to make dexterity saves.
Oh, look at that. It only had 1 hit point left.
I would like to also... Oh, no, it's too late. Oh, well.
Okay.
Next time I'm going to shoot it with an arrow. That's what I'm going to do.
Ender, you take 11 points of fire damage as this thing explodes, firing magma all over you and Lathana. And Lathana, you'll take half of that, so we'll just say 5. So let me find you and put 5 on you. There we go.
Did it drop anything other than hot? Owie.
It dropped a lot of magma, which is spreading on the ground around you. And it's starting to cool almost instantly.
I take a couple steps back.
And y'all are out of initiative.
Hey, we won.
I'm sorry about that, Lathana. It looked like you were in trouble, but I feel like I just made it work.
No, it's fine, but shh, keep your voice down. I will go out back to everyone and say, well, the coast is cleared, but I'm pretty deep. Anyone have some healing stuff?
Sure. Here, have a healing pot. You get 8 hit points back.
Awesome. Anything else?
Sure.
Zeta will cast healing wounds, or sorry, cure wounds at 3rd level for.
Okay.
Wow.
That will be
Nice.
22 hit points.
Nice.
You said that was at 3rd level?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Zido. Thank you, Gandro. I'm feeling much better now.
Yeah, Lufana and Ender both look wrecked, and they stink of brimstone. Just sulfur. And that whole chamber beyond that door now reeks of sulfur. You can all hear the rhythmic pounding of the feet as it continues to walk. And you now hear that sound once again of an explosion. And the entire structure seems to vibrate violently from it.
Every time he fires, he kills people, innocent people. So get upstairs. Let's finish this.
Alright, everyone follow me.
And we need to disable that gun.
Okay, so you're going upstairs?
Yes.
Maybe we could take the other arm off from the inside.
He's shooting from his mouth, right?
No, shooting from the gun.
Where was the gun fired from, Jeremy?
The gun appeared to be coming from its mouth.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
the
Then
mouth?
we head there.
So you're going up the ladder?
I think we should, yeah,
Yes.
guys.
You can see a light source at the top of this ladder. It's illuminating the room from within. This like flashing electricity and lightning, and you can hear arcs of lightning from within. Who's going up first?
Lefana will go first and stealth.
Okay. As you step into the chamber, Lefana, and you can see this massive arcane device in front of you, crackling with energy. It's like, we're here now.
Zito's gonna take a look at this device and see if he can disable it somehow.
Okay. Make an
I also look for baddies in this room.
make an Arcana check, Zito. Yeah, and make a perception check, Ender.
Shut up. He's over there going, I look for naughty, naughty boys. God, you're such a dork. There we go.
Okay.
18.
Ender, you have but a moment to react as you turn and scan the room as the wall goes white hot for a moment and Elric comes out of the wall and slashes at Auri in a magma form. Let me just sneak attack Auri.
Can I do anything to stop it?
You can call out to her, but unfortunately she did not notice. So she'll take an opportunity, well, not an opportunity attack, but she'll take a claw attack from this creature.
Owie.
And it hits you, Auri. And you take 5 damage from it as it slashes you. And as it slashes across your arm, it leaves a trail of fire as your skin is scorched. And
Can I be standing next to it as it happens?
can I have all of you roll initiative, please? I should also mention that you all noticed the stairs, the ladder continued up. You appear to be in the mouth section of the head. And I'll roll for Koritari.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Eli, it's your turn. This horrible creature just come out of the wall and attacked Auri, slashing at her.
Eli's going to jump back.
Okay.
And oh.
You're firing firebolt at it?
Yeah.
Okay. You watch as you let loose your firebolt at the creature, and it impacts the creature, and it just turns and looks at you, seemingly doing nothing to it.
I figured.
Would you like to
No,
do
my
anything
turn.
else?
No.
Okay, Lithana, it's your turn. You suddenly heard Auri scream. I should also mention at this point that it is 10:02, so if you guys would like to continue, you can.
That's fine.
Okay?
Lithana will peek around the corner.
You see that same burning bastard that exploded in your face just below and burnt you and Ender.
Right. I will cast Hunter's Mark on it,
Okay.
and I will ambush it, and then hit it with my other 2
Go for it.
Careful, Lithana, it's gonna blow up and hurt Ari again.
Oh gosh. Well, I'm shooting it anyway.
That's most definitely a hit. As you knock your arrow, firing it into the side of the creature, impacting in the side of its head. Its head just sort of rocks to the side for a moment, and then it continues to stare bloody murder at Auri. Its mouth is now opening, and you can see the same thing that you saw before when you were burnt by this creature.
And plus 8 damage.
Plus 8 damage? Alright, I'll add that manually. There we go.
And I will take my last 2 shots.
That is also a hit. And Auri, will you please make a dexterity save? As this creature's face, it had a sort of a crazy looking grimace on its face, suddenly turned into that of horror, and its head explodes and fires liquid magma all over you. And you take 6 fire damage as the creature is destroyed. The magma splashing on the ground, on the wall, onto you, burning your clothing and your dress. And you are all out of combat. Out of initiative, once again.
Well, guys, I'm pretty sure he knows we're here, so, what's the plan?
Zito is taking out his tools and seeing if he can disable this weapon.
Okay.
I'm gonna open up this door.
Alright. Guthro, as you open up that door, you see another chamber. Another door.
Oh, hey guys.
Chairs, a table, a couple of cabinets.
Hey, Ender.
Okay. Well,
Do you have any extra arrows? I'm almost
I
out.
continue going up.
You're going to continue to go up?
Yep.
Okay. Gunny, as you emerge from the ladder to the top of this creature's head, you find yourself in some sort of a chamber. It's a relatively squarish chamber. Immediately ahead of you, you can see a platform with console and a chair. You see what is the right eye. You see this focusing lens with some sort of apparatus behind it, which is emitting that beam. You see
Can
where
you hold for 1 sec before you finish?
Sure.
As I'm climbing, I want to cast Spirit Guardians as I'm climbing up.
You're casting Spirit Guardians as you climb up. Okay.
It lasts 10 minutes, so.
All right. And as you do so, you see some sort of strange, rocky, behemoth at the center where the console would be for this thing. Presumably, you would think so. And you can see some sort of a sphere, an elongated stone shape that looks exactly like the shape that you saw below the ship after Elric pitched over. And as you get closer, or as you emerge from the top, it splits open, and Elric steps out. Roll for initiative.
Take some damage, bastard.
Hey, who moved me back up the stairs? I moved down there and someone moved me back up.
You went down? You went back up or down?
I moved myself down like a minute ago. Before
okay.
Before Fateweaver emerged. I'm just slowly making my way down to Gunny.
Okay.
Gunny's up.
If everyone else would roll initiative.
Oh,
So
oops.
before-
Yeah, he's going
before
up,
initiative,
Adam.
you take damage.
Oh.
So he would be right. You'd be up here.
Yeah, I was following Gunny.
You can
I'm
roll
going-
you can roll the save on him, Mark. He steps out of this chrysalis, wearing no clothing. All he has on him is the sword. His skin is a mottled gray. You can see bits and pieces on his body. Almost looks like shale, or like a crustacean only, but it looks more like stone, and it's in patches all over his body. And where he's holding the sword, you can see that there are parts of the sword are actually almost like a mouth with teeth biting into his hand. And Gunthrow, it is your turn. Eli, are you rolling initiative, or are you not taking part?
Oh, I didn't know if we were going up there. Oh, okay. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you guys are
Thought we
all
had to
in
go up
initiative.
Oh, okay. Well, don't matter. One.
Oh my gosh, 3 of us rolled 1.
I will cast Hand of Radiant.
Hand of Radiance, okay. That's not a
Raise my
concentration
hand.
spell, I assume.
Instantaneous.
Alright.
Each creature of my choice within 5 feet of me must succeed on a Constitution save or take 1d6.
Okay, you'll need to move 5 more feet to him to get to that range.
Okay, I don't know where your X's are.
Well, you can see he's like 5 feet away from you. So like right there. There you go. That is a failure. And he takes 8 radiant damage from you. You can see that he winces from the pain.
And that's Radiant. Does he take extra damage from being undead?
He does not. However, he won't regenerate for this round. Or at least he shouldn't regenerate.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
I am done.
Okay. On his turn, let's see. Oh, what the heck? He's gonna try to hit you with the sword.
Oh, hold on 1 second, please.
Okay. Elric says, "Okay, I'll wait for you to go." He takes more damage from you, and then he, with the soul blade, attempts to cut you down with the soul blade, critically hitting you on the first hit. Boy, I rolled 3 ones on that hit, on that damage.
I will use my Stone's Endurance.
Use your Stone's Endurance to
reduce that damage.
To reduce that damage. Okay. And how much does it reduce by?
8.
8. Okay. All right. And he will strike at you again, hitting you once again. And this time doing 10 slashing damage to you. How many times can you use your Stone's Endurance?
Once per long rest.
Nice.
Or a short rest, I think.
Okay. That was his action. And Zito, it's your turn.
Zito's gonna still try and work on this machine.
You're going to spend your action trying to figure it out?
Yes.
Okay. Make a Arcana check. Actually, no. Make an Intelligence check. Okay. You get the feeling that if you could somehow separate... you see the tendrils of cables that are connecting the weapon to this section that's in front of you. You get a sense that if you were somehow to disconnect that cable, you'd be able to disable the device.
Alright, but inspecting this was my action, right?
Correct.
Alright, so I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Auri, it's your turn. Shaking off the attacks from Magma Elric.
First thing I'm gonna do is cast Spark Skin on myself, so then my AC goes up to 16.
Okay. I believe if you drop that onto yourself, the effect, it should pop on there.
I'm gonna try. I know last time I tried it, it didn't work, but...
Now
think I
here.
dragged
We'll
it
just
off
add
of my spell.
I added a miscellaneous 2 to your AC for now. How long does that last?
That lasts for an hour.
Okay. Is that complete your turn? Would you still have movement, bonus action?
I'm gonna move up.
Okay. So the chamber is about 8 feet high. So you got 15 movement. You did.
And then.
So
I'm
you
just gonna come right to the
with
top
with
of
your
it.
movement, you should be able to get to the top of the stairs. Correct.
Okay.
And as you emerge, you see Gunthral locked in combat with the vampire, and you can see his spectral snakes whirling around the chamber.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. And Eli, it's your turn.
I made a saving throw for my concentration spell, by the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna run to the ladder and go up the ladder.
Okay. You should be popped right up in the chamber. You'll be right next to Auri.
Alright.
And as you emerge, you see the same thing. You see Elric completely nude, holding the sword, attempting to slash and cut Gunthral down as the spectral snakes are passing through his body.
I'm going to cast... I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt.
Okay.
At second level. And I'm going to change the component instead of lightning to fire.
Okay.
Oh.
You haven't targeted him, so that's a miss.
I will end my turn there.
Okay. And Cortari, it's your turn. You are next to the ladder. Would you like to go upstairs with your companions and help?
Yeah. Please.
Okay, you're able to get upstairs, plus you have movement left. You can totally get to him if you want to try to attack Elric.
Is Elric and Gunny, like, when I look in there, like, are they touching, or are they just kind of...
As you enter into the chamber, you see a platform almost center, you can see some sort of strange pulsing matter which is splayed out from what looks like a chrysalis at the center of where the console was. And you see a very nude Elric with his sword slashing into Gunthor, who is right next to him. So Gunthor is like almost directly in front of you. You get the sense that you can move around the platform past Auri and try to flank him if you wanted to. Okay. You won't be able to flank him on this turn, though, if you want to attack him. However, you can grant advantage to Gunthor's attacks if you use your full movement. So
yeah.
Okay. Alright. So I'll have Koratari moves to grant flanking to Gunthor on his next attacks. And Lithana, it's your turn.
Okay, so I will run upstairs like everyone else.
Okay. You're able to get up there. You still have a little bit of movement left. And as you emerge, you see the same scene. Gunthor and Koratari are currently flanking Elric as he stands on this weird pulsing dais where the controls would be within this head.
And I will fire my attack.
Okay.
Oh, cast Hunter's Mark.
I think it's already cast, but yes.
Okay, just checking.
That is unfortunately a miss. As you fire your arrow, he blocks and cuts your arrow in half before it even gets to him.
Okay. My second and third attack.
Okay.
You just hit Gunthor.
Got Gunthor in the back for 17.
Sorry.
I knew it was coming. I knew it.
Sorry. Is that canon?
No.
No, you can take the 17 damage off of yourself, Mark.
Okay.
Do I need to redo that then?
Yes, please, because you attacked the wrong person.
Just put 17 damage on that.
That unfortunately is a miss, Lithana.
Ah! Okay, that's the thing.
Is that the end of your turn? Oh no, you got one more.
No.
Hey, you actually hit him.
And I get my +4 because he's a vampire. Yeah.
Yay! That's 13 piercing damage to Elric. +4, you said?
I already edited it.
Oh, you already added it? Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
That's it.
Alright. Ender, it's your turn.
Ender will be making his way up instead of down.
Okay.
Because I thought I was following.
No
I was
worries.
going the wrong direction.
You're able to make it up. It takes almost all of your movement to get into the chamber. You still have 10 feet worth of movement to get to move around the chamber.
Is there any possible way I can navigate around this and attack him with my...
You can make I'll tell you what, you can make an acrobatics check to see if you can successfully jump over that. Or maneuver over it. Actually, make an athletics check. That's stupid. Why acrobatics check to make a jump? Okay, you very easily vault over, sword in hand, almost standing on the control console's seat. A very nude.
You know what I'm gonna do.
A very nude vampire in front of you, holding this wicked-looking orcish longsword.
All right. I'm going to use my fighting spirit
Okay.
And gain advantage on my next attack and gain 5 temporary hit points.
Nice.
And I'm going to attack.
That is most definitely a hit. As you cut into his body, the edge of your blade, you're almost afraid that you're actually cutting into straight stone. As your attack seems to slice into his flesh, but you can hear the blade as it scratches against these weird barnacle-like stone patches on his skin.
Taking the second hit.
That is also a hit. That's a 30, guys. He rolled an 18 plus 12.
Alright,
dealing
now
another 13 damage to him.
I will action surge and take another 2 strikes.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this, so
That's a hit.
okay, end of turn. Kind of bad damage rolls.
Okay.
Rolled a.
Elric will take a. He will make a excuse me. In reaction to you coming up, and he looks at you with a smile on his face, and he says, "Well, hello there." And he'll use a legendary action to make an unarmed strike on you.
So does he go again? Does he take damage again?
No.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, you
Technically, we never
don't
got
get to
to
do
finish
that. He's using a legendary action. He's not taking another turn.
Oh, I gotta try.
I understand. Unfortunately, his legendary action misses, as it looks like he was getting ready to grab you by the throat, Ender. Almost
Dressed like
repeating.
that, I'm surprised he's not grabbing something else.
It seemed like he was attempting to repeat what he did to you back at the party. And it's his turn again.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
And he fails, taking 17 radiant damage as he turns his full might against you, Ender, taking the soul blade and attempting to cut you down with it. As he strikes out at you, missing you and cutting into the chair that you're standing next to. His second attack, though, unfortunately impacts you as he cuts into your shoulder, dealing 6 slashing damage, cutting into your arm. You feel it. It hurts. It stings. It feels like ice and fire at the same time.
Huh. If only someone would write a song about them.
Or a song, if you will. And let's see. Oh no. It's Guthral's turn.
Lovely.
Now, Guthral, if you shift up a little bit, you can get advantage on a melee attack. Like if you shift right next to Ender.
Yeah, I moved it. You probably can't see it.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, there's a lot going on this map.
And then I cast my handy dandy spell with advantage called Guiding Bolt.
You're targeting Gunthral, by the way. Well, Guiding Bolt's a ranged attack. You can't get advantage on ranged attacks.
I can't?
No. Advantage only works on a melee attack when you're flanking.
Okay, so I just do Guiding Bolt.
This is like your bread and butter. This is the type your favorite enemy, Gunthral. Yours and Lathanas. That unfortunately is a miss.
Oh, man, I can mark the spell off.
And he will, in reaction to you attempting to hit him, he will. Whoops. He will attempt to hit you with an unarmed strike.
Yeah, good for him.
He tries. Look, I mean, he can only do so far. He hits you. And instead of dealing damage to you, he grabs you by the throat and pulls you close to him, as if to bite you. And you are grappled.
As a bonus action, I'll use my...
What did he do?
What? As a reaction or as a bonus action? Because this isn't your turn.
Bonus action left.
I was going to say, this wasn't your turn. You passed on,
Yeah, it
didn't
was. Because I attacked him, and he reacted to me with a...
Oh, I apologize. No, the legendary action should have happened after you did all the things you were doing. So, yeah, go ahead and take your bonus action.
I will shift into my hybrid form.
Okay.
Now it's a werewolf versus vampire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if the movies are correct, he doesn't like my blood, but I love his blood.
Well, that's a movie.
Oh, come on, man.
But it's accurate. It's based off D&D, probably.
In fact... No, you know what? I'm going to wait until his next turn. Zito, it's your turn. You have gained the knowledge. You're fairly certain that if you can just disconnect this large battery-like object, which looks to you like a giant dragon shard suspended within this machinery. If you can somehow disconnect it from the weapon system, you can stop it from firing. And as you get closer to it, you hear another explosion. And you're almost blinded by the light as the thing echoes throughout this head.
Alright. Zito's gonna go into his bag and he is going to pull out the potion of fire giant strength and drink it.
Okay. Nice.
What does that do?
It makes my strength 24.
And you stay the same size?
I'm just gonna notate that your strength is normally 6.
Yeah. My strength is now 4 times what it was before.
Your strength is now 24.
Alright, and that is an action to drink, so I'll do it
It's
next
like
turn.
Zito ate him some spinach.
Isn't it a bonus action to drink a potion yourself?
A potion of... yes, it's a bonus action to drink potion.
It says in the description that it's an action to drink this potion.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Ender, it's your turn.
Well,
Naked vampire.
I'm going to continue attacking the naked vampire.
Okay.
I'm going to use my fighting spirit to gain advantage on this roll.
Go for it.
And I'm going to gain 5 temporary hit points.
That is a hit. And your
I did it to
attack...
myself. Shit.
You can just drop the damage onto him directly if you want. Hey,
there you go.
There you go. You can take that damage off of yourself, Ender.
He takes his life honorably.
I committed Sudoku on myself, guys.
Sudoku.
I found my end.
Is that the end of your turn? Or
I got one more action.
Yeah, you got more action. Or attack, I should say. That's also a hit. Rolling them 30s. Do it. You cut deep into his body. His bilious black blood slick on your purple blade.
Ew. Yuck. And
Okay. And Auri, I believe it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move. And it's big bear time. I'm gonna turn into polar bear.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bite him right on his vampire butt.
Let me grab your token for you. Boom.
Missed the bite.
That's a miss, unfortunately. But that is a hit. As you attempted to bite him in his flank, his haunch, and then you slash down across his his leg, but it looks like his wound is knitting itself together as you cut into his flesh.
Rude. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. He's going to use a legendary action. And Elric is going to bite Gunthril.
I'm going to use my legendary action to block it. Oh, I don't have one.
He hits. You take 15 damage. Part of that was necrotic.
I would like to use my Sentinel feat and attack him.
Sentinel, how's that work?
I haven't been using it at all.
Yeah.
It's because I'm really new with this. It's just that whenever someone, an ally I'm standing next to gets attacked, I can use a reaction to attack the target that attacked my friend.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so I just get an extra attack on it.
Oh, sorry, hold on a second. Your maximum
creature
hit
within
points,
5 feet of
Gunthril,
you.
were reduced by 10. So let me adjust your max hit points. And I will notate that you're normally 56. You're down to 46 max hit points from that attack as he draws blood out of your body. Apparently you taste delicious to him. And
It tastes delicious to me.
and Ender, you did hit him with your sentinel attack, slashing into him with your katana.
All right,
He is still holding onto your hybrid form friend, Gunthril. His free hand clenched around his throat, his other hand holding the sword. And I believe it's Lithana's turn.
I will shoot at him again. As they'll be like, Elric, just die already. Just die.
I passed my concentration check.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. Unfortunately, that is a miss. There's just too much going on. Ender and Gunthril are both in your way. And even though normally that's not a problem for you, your arrows just went past him. And he just sort of, he looks in your direction and just casts a wink and a smile at you.
Alright. I would pull out my dagger because I'm out of
You're out of arrows?
I'm out of arrows.
Holy crap, that's the first time that's ever happened.
And I will chuck my dagger at
Okay. So you drop your bow on the ground, your vicious bow, and pull out a dagger and toss it at him, and that's a critical hit. The dagger spins and tumbles end over end, thunk, and sticks in his eye. But he pulls his hand up, and with the tips of his fingers still grasping the pommel, pulls the dagger out, and you can see the blood, the blackish blood, just sort of oozing down his cheek, and he says, "Annoying," and tosses the dagger away.
I hide. No. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Eli, it's your turn.
I'm going to, again, I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Go for it. That is a hit. As you arc your hand out and like throwing a softball, the fire splashes off of his body, and he's just sort of looks at you.
And I will end my turn.
You said that was a +4. What was that? Lothana?
Because because he's undead. I forgot that.
Plus 4 damage?
Yeah, for the undead.
I will manually add that. He is looking rough. So rough. And Cortari, it's your turn. Did we lose Cortari?
It just takes her a minute to get her phone going.
Okay.
No, I'm here. Just having a problem. I would like to attack Elric, but what I want to do is I want to break my broom and stab him with it.
You want to break your broom and stab him with it?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say that as part of your action, you can attempt to break your magical item. You need to make a strength athletics check.
Don't do it. Just stab him in the chest with something else. Don't break your magic item.
Don't you have a sword?
I stab him with my longsword.
You want to attack him with your longsword?
Sure. And then I'll use a key point and slap him twice.
Okay. So you're gonna attack him with your longsword. I believe you have advantage on both of these attacks.
Correct.
Yes.
Whoops, I didn't target him. But that is a successful hit, so I'll roll the damage. And Cortari, how would you like to dispatch Elric Fateweaver?
Ah! I want to cut off his head and stab him in the heart.
Okay. You all watch as Cortari, with her first attack, rushes forth and lops Elric's head off of his shoulders, the black bilious blood erupting from the stump of his neck. And as you do so, his body turns to ash and crumples, and the sword falls free from his hand as the ash scatters. And you are all out of combat.
Well,
He's lucky I didn't eat him.
I loot him first.
Can I pick up the sword?
Can you pick up the sword? Sure, I'll throw it in your inventory.
What the heck? I just said I looted him first. That's just
Sorry.
because you're dating her. That's not fair.
Alright, let me put...
Jeremy, if we were still
Yeah,
dating,
I'll gift it. I'm gonna gift it to Ender.
That's it? You're gonna give it to Ender?
Well, his attempt to loot the body that disintegrated. We'll give it to Ender as a gift.
Okay.
Ender, and I'd advise I wouldn't touch it.
So Ender, Cortari
instantly drop
holds the sword out to you. Cortari, you feel a tickling sensation in your head as you pick it up.
Here, want it?
And then you hand it to Ender.
Go ahead, take it.
I don't know now. I'm now scared to touch the sword.
I would
He was
be
only
very
biting
careful.
his hand.
Yeah.
Take this
Why don't you wait until we all rest? And that way, if you take it and you turn it into him, we can kill you easier.
I think right now is your best chance to kill me, though. I've used everything.
Well, then
I'm ready
go
to
ahead.
take a nap in this ucky stuff we're standing on
I'll
right
prepare
now.
a spell. I'm going to keep my
As you're all
spirits
talking,
up.
there is another explosion.
Oh, Zito.
Hey, can you turn this thing
Ah,
off?
I'm gonna run down there and see if he's okay.
Zito, would you like to attempt to rip the wires out of this thing?
Yes.
Make a strength athletics check.
As I run downstairs, I
one
want
of
to
you
see
has
this.
to do it. I don't think I could do that in bear form.
Yeah, I just see the Winnie the Pooh. Auri's like trying to go down. She forgets she's in bear form, and you guys just see her ass and her legs are kicking behind her.
I am gonna try and do that, and then realize that I'm a bear and be like, oh yeah, and then change into a human and go down. But I did try to go down it as a bear first.
Okay. So Zito, you grab onto these cables and you wrench with all your might and you yank them out of the machine. and the sparking energy, this lightning that was coalescing and traveling up and down the barrel of this enormous weapon, ceases immediately.
Before he realizes that Ari and Ender are there watching him, he's just gonna cackle maniacally as like the sense of this strength that he's never had before fills his body.
Ender, you said you wanted the sword?
I don't want it. I
Okay.
feel like it's cursed.
Who's carrying
I mean,
the
a
sword?
vampire was holding it. I say, I would like Eli to check it out first.
Put it in a party loot for now.
I will put it in the party loot.
And we'll take 2 daggers and use them like chopsticks and pick it up. And...
What do we know about the weapon?
We don't know anything.
All you know is that Vior Malik told you that the sword is evil, and to be very careful with it, and that
Then we're all going to
and
be
that
really careful.
it is attracted to evil, and it attracts evil. The Colossus continues to stomp off in the distance, but is no longer able to fire its weapon. And you just hear this voice booming throughout.
WX-1337 awaiting new orders.
Eli sits in the chair.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, really? Oh, dang.
I'm ready to kill him.
23.
Eli dies. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that was charisma.
That was charisma. That's not a con save.
Oh gosh.
Let's see. Eli takes 23 force damage, and is
Just blown out of the
ejected.
chair.
Is ejected from the chair. As all these needles came out and looked like they were getting ready to interface with you. And when they
Holy crap.
And when they started to pierce your skin, an electrical current just ran through them and ejected you from the chair.
Zito's gonna try and take this giant dragon shard.
Oh, you mean the one that's the size of Gunthral?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's currently attached to this mechanism with a lot of
I'm gonna try and-
various items.
I got this all this strength. I'm gonna try and break it off.
Okay.
Don't break the gun.
You can make an athletics check. And what are the rest of you doing? Okay, Zito, as you are attempting to rip it off, you crack the crystal. Instead of pulling the whole thing off, you rip the bottom part off and out of the machine. And now you're holding half of a crystal.
Are you able to use half of crystal?
Make a dexterity save.
Me?
Actually, Ender, Zito, and Auri make dexterity saves. Okay, so thankfully, Zito, Auri, and Ender, you're able to duck this bolt of lightning that erupts from the machine as Zito rips the crystal, part of the crystal free, and you take no damage. As
Alright, I'm going down the stairs.
Zito nearly electrocuted all three of you. That would have been very bad.
I'm out.
Okay. Okay, the rhythmic sound of the feet cease, and this thing is no longer walking. It seems to be awaiting orders.
Eli's gonna say, walk to Sharn.
Walk to Sharn? Do you have any idea how long that'll take?
That's okay. Walk to Sharn.
Okay. It stopped and doesn't move.
Excuse me, big guy. You said new orders. Your new orders are walk to Sharn.
As you're all watching this purplish reddish mass, this matter that was covering the controls, are slowly turning to dust and scattering away, and it's just sort of turning to sand and cascading out.
Well, that's what Gunther's waiting on. That's why he still has the serpents going around, just so nothing can regenerate.
Doesn't seem to be anything else. You don't detect any danger. None of you seem to be sensing any danger.
Can I scoop some of the dust up in a vial or something?
Sure. Do you have a vial on you?
I got 2 empty healing potion.
Okay. Sure, you can scoop some of that up and gather it.
Lashana does the same thing. She gathers it in the little thing she carries fingers in of her.
How would you like to transport Elric's remains?
Just like that.
It's a body part?
Oh, the dust that he turned into.
I'm gonna put that up and I'll put it. I'll empty out my water skin and put them in there.
Okay. It takes you a little while, but you're able to gather all of what you assume is all of his ashes. And this dust, this ash, and gather it together and put it into your water skin.
Well, when I have most of it in there, I'm gonna try my spell again. I have 1 second level spell left. I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind, make it into like a little tiny tornado, and put the rest of the dust in there too.
Yeah, that's not how Gust of Wind works.
Yeah, I thought you said if I practice with it, I might learn it.
Yeah, but how many times have you practiced that?
Oh,
You've done it
every
once,
time I get second
right?
level spell. Well, yeah, I won't do it with this one because that's probably too intricate.
Yeah.
Tomato, tomato.
I have to keep
Here, why don't
practicing
you-
it on the way.
Zito's gonna try and cast Mold Earth on the ashes and see if that will work.
Oops, I forgot to reward you guys with more experience. Alright. Yeah. So yeah, you guys
Level 7?
are level 7 now.
Wow.
Actually, hold on 1 second.
Oh, I'm level 9.
No, you're not. Yeah, he is level 9.
Nice.
Give me 1 second. I think you guys might actually be level 8.
That's what I'm gonna say. You.
Let's see. You're almost level 8.
You try to kill us so hard that we almost gained 2 levels.
Nearly. Well, I think at this point it's probably a good idea to come to a close here. So,
Yep.
After defeating Elric Fateweaver, gathering his remains, the best you could, and taking the Soul Blade, in your own way, you're able to slowly, as fast as possible, make your way back to Sharn to deliver the goods and receive payment for a job well done.
About how many days away is that?
That's pretty far.
Am I going to Sharn? Zito, I'm not going to Sharn.
About how many days?
Zito doesn't want to go to Sharn?
Zito has orders to go elsewhere.
Let's
Guess
see.
this is where we split up.
It's about 3 or 4 days journey via airship to get back to Sharn from where you are.
Good. Each day I'm going to be practicing my Gust of Wind spell.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out for you, because that what's Gust of Wind is a cantrip, correct?
No, it's a second level spell.
Oh, it's a second level spell. Yeah, there's only so far that you can stretch a spell like that beyond the description.
Man, it's only like a 10-foot diameter fucking hurricane.
Yeah. But again, there's nothing in the description that says that you are controlling it. You're just unleashing elemental chaos. You're not controlling it like a Kamehameha wave.
Can you make us take a long rest?
Can I make you take a long rest?
Yeah, since we're passing time.
Well, you'll also be leveling up, but we'll do that. We'll do that at another time, since I know it's getting really late, and I know that a lot of you guys have to take off.
While we're on our long distance return, I want to send some messages.
Okay, yeah, we'll handle all of that in between this session and the next. How about that?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to my genie friend.
Okay. So,
friend, acquaintance.
All right, good night, all.
Good night, Mark.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
He's a friend, okay?
Hey, guys. We did
Don't
it.
be jealous, Ender.
You guys did it. You defeated him. You guys almost died.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be perfectly honest. Lithana probably should have died, but I was a kind and merciful DM.
It says, I was reading the rules, it says inspiration can be used to give advantage on death saves.
Okay.
So
I read that too.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure, but...
It's also Jeremy's game, so he gets to decide.
Yeah.
Well, it made sense, which is why I ruled that she could do it.
No, I know. Because before, you could use hero points to automatically succeed, so I was like, well, shouldn't you be able to use an inspiration to at least get advantage?
Yeah.
And so I looked and it said, yeah.
Guys, I just want to mention something. Mark announcing that we were at the treetops level when we were blasted by that huge mean ray gun was the meanest thing he's ever.
I mean, let's be honest. We were above the trees, so.
Yeah.
No, let's not be honest when we're talking to a DM that's about to unleash death saves. We, as a team, that's the last place we get to be honest.
Hey, I saved you. It's okay. You know, I saved you.
By the way,
technically no.
By the way, just
I saved you.
I know Mark's gone, but just to let you guys know, you guys will be level 8 next time we play.
We'll be level 8?
Level?
Yes.
Oh, so we did level up to 8.
Yes.
Hey.
I will be adjusting accordingly. That you guys will be level 8. You'll start at level 8.
Oh, so we'll be the same level as Zito? Oh no, he's level 9.
He's level 9. Yeah. So
Dang.
I will be adjusting accordingly. You guys will be level 8.
I appreciate it. It is nice to get up to 8.
Well, that was
that means I have a feat. Oh.
That was my intention.
Yeah.
So as the rain is subsiding now, thunder in the distance is calm now. And looking out from the mouth section, the head section, wherever you're located within the Colossus, you can now see the first signs of the sun rising in the distance, bringing its warmth and welcome light to you all. And for the first time in a while, you feel a little less anxious from chasing after such a dangerous foe. Thoughts of where you can all go next, what your next adventure will be, whirling in your heads. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Yeah! We made it. Hey, no one died.
Wow.
You came real close.
3 people died and came back.
Oh.
I thought it was 4. Wasn't it 4?
Yeah, it was 4, wasn't it?
First Zito. and
Zito.
the other 3.
I almost killed the whole party. Holy crap.
Yeah, you did.
Testing.
Hello.
Hey.
What's up, guys? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. there. I'm part of the conversation now. I feel heard.
How have you and Anna been? What you been up to?
Nothing really. I've been, just being sick every now and then. I got sick again, by the way, guys. Last 3 days, I got the same cold. A little bit different, but pretty much the same.
Wow.
It was stupid. Yeah. Don't know. I guess being in a shared 6-foot cubicle with sick people gets you sick.
I swear it's the weather because it keeps getting like warm and cold like every other day.
That's what I was thinking too. It could be like my allergies going a little bit haywire mixed with sick people. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know why, but I was sick and I'm feeling a million times better versus yesterday. Speaking of, I'm going to take some more Mucinex so I could get some of this congestion out of my chest.
Yeah, man, we got to win tonight, and we need you, Adam.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say earlier, I was trying to say this, but no one could hear me. So I have a plan, guys. Our plan should be, let's all compliment our DM and tell him how good looking he's been lately. He's lost some weight. He's very funny. His jokes are on point, and we just really respect you and appreciate you. That's all I wanted to say. And this is
what you murdered them like you murdered us.
No, don't do any murdering. Don't do any murdering.
Our DM is feeling he's feeling chaotic good. He was not lawful, but chaotic good today. He wrapped his bread the right way. Everyone treated him. I don't know. Wait, I can't say that for sure. But Jeremy, you're awesome. You shaved your beard.
I'm just saying, for everyone you don't kill, I'll give you $1.
Ooh.
Jeremy, if you kill them, I'll wear the Jeremy socks.
No.
I'll pay it in favor coupons. So I have this coupon book where like I can tear you out a few pages they're worth a lot of money, but like I'll rub your back, I'll do the dishes for you, things like that.
Legend has it there's one that says I owe you 1 fallback, which if he asks for something, he falls back if you use.
That's funny.
I want to staff a fireball. I use my coupon. Okay, never mind.
Jeremy, you should all send us socks of your face. If Jennifer approves.
I'll tell you what, if I TPK the party, I'll make socks of my face and give them to all of you.
I'm gonna. All right, so Jeremy, if you do that, I swear to God, I'll send you a picture of me wearing that sock on the wrong part of my body, and you will not be able to. You will be scarred for the rest of your life.
Oh my God! I'm so glad I'm recording right now.
Good. Let the audience know.
This is going. This is definitely going. This is definitely going in at the end.
Oh my gosh.
Socks pics and not actual.
I will send you a sock pic if you know what I mean.
I didn't want to say the words. I'll say wing pics.
Wing?
They're going to put it on their weenuses. Oh crap.
Oh no.
All right, Jeremy. You have been warned.
All right, it's time for you guys to die.